Howdy, y'all. How's it going? What is up? Good morning, afternoon, evening, good night, wherever you are. Hello, Firestar, Kate Stroh, Country Girl, Nick Tesla. Good to see ya. How's it all going, y'all? Hope y'all are having a good day. So, crazy thing happened on Discord's chat. What happened? Hey, Diesel, how's it going, buddy? Later, Papa. Howdy, Mr. Kayfabe. So, things today are going to be different. Hello, Miko. Jamekia. Hello, Zeppy. What's up? I'm doing well. Thank you, Fire. Today is going to be very different. So for the first hour and some change, it's going to be just me. We'll probably play a couple rounds of Slay the Spire, just for funsy cakes, unless we have some other suggestions that y'all have. Then, right around 2 p.m., we're going to be on the front page of Twitch, which is super cool, but because they're doing a bunch of wrestling promotion stuff over the weekend, and somebody out there heard Price has an affinity for the Graps, so they asked if I wanted to be a part of that. And so what's going to happen is our good friend, the Brian J, is going to be joining me, and we're going to do some sort of podcast-style breakdown of all the wrestling that happened over the weekend. I'm on a 65-inch screen for the first time. Wow. So we'll be switching over to just WRASSLE Talk, basically, once that happens. So until that happens, though, until Brian joins me, we're just going to be playing some random old games. Sound good? Sound good? Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Hey, Wolfman, how's it going? Merritt, hello. Play the new Overwatch update with you. I think that it'll probably take me like 10 years to download the update. One of these days, though. I am intrigued about the new update because of the PvE kind of deal. All right, let me pause that to music before it goes too far. And let's do some Slay. I'm going to do the daily. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so mostly wrestling later. So I won't talk any wrestling until then, but mostly wrestling later. So we'll see what you think. It's only 13 gigs, yeah, and while streaming, there ain't no way I'm downloading that. Okay, let me switch over to the game. All right. Let's see. WRASSLE Talk. Okay. So let's check the daily, y'all. See how it goes. How's it going, Jamekia? Later, Papa. Have a good day. I'm sorry you have a sore throat there, buddy. Okay, what do we got? The Silent. We got 5 hours left. Cards are not restricted to your character. Enemies drop 200% more gold, but you cannot upgrade at rest sites. That sucks. Some people have some really high scores here. Elite enemies are now swarming the Spire and drop better rewards. So I think the way that Big Game Hunter works is, yes, there's more elites, and they drop more gold, but also rare cards. The yellow quality cards. I knocked over a thing. It's fine. It's got a cap on. It's fine. You haven't seen a Slay the Spire stream? They're pretty fun. We'll turn off Twitch integration for the first, for the daily. But then we'll do Twitch for another round if y'all want to. It's y'all's call, really. So let's turn that off real quick. Talk granted. So we're going to have a weird mixed-matched deck here, which is crazy to me. All right, so we know we're getting double the money. If we want to go elite hunting, this is our path. 3, 4, 5. You can do up to 5 elites. That's a lot. There's always the 5-day speedrun for Slime Rancher, but Slay the Spire is pretty cool. Yeah, we could do that at some point. Hey, Wanderbot's hosting us. Thank you, Wander. Appreciate that. Okay. Well, let's start by neutralizing. Do we have any cards? We don't have any cards from the other deck yet. Okay. So let's play it slow. Well, not too slow. Oh, I had an extra energy. Oh, because neutralize is free. Duh. Who do I think I am? Sitting over here making misplays. Your time to shine is going to come later. Yes, indeed. So we're not going to be able to knock through that. Yeah, I made a mistake on that first turn. Later, Jamekia. Treecicle's now auto-hosting us as well. Thank you, Treecicle. Hey, Pup Button just resubbed for 6 months in a row. Hope you've been having a good day today, Price. I have. I hope you have as well, Pup Button. Thank you for your continued support. We appreciate you. All of y'all who can support us in that way helps us to keep doing what we love to do. All right. Oh, we're going to be one short. Taking way too much damage on this first easy fight. All right. What do we got? Second Wind, Twin Strike, or Concentrate? I mean, of all these, I'm going to take Twin Strike. We don't get opportunities to upgrade, so that's a 14 damage card then if I upgrade that, which is pretty good. Or Neutralize. Applying 2 weak. Honestly, we're going to do Neutralize. Applying 2 weak is really good. Nick Tesla dropping them Zerg hearts. We'll go this way. Let's see how I'm feeling after this fight. I would like to fight a bunch of elites if I can. All right, so this is going to kill this guy outright. This guy's going to do 10. So we're going to do that. And we'll take 2 damage. It's fine. Neutralize him. He's weak for 2 turns. Hit him with that stuff. Good. And Twin Strike. Oh, we're weak. Right. Okay, good. Ooh, Flex. Flex in a... Ooh, man. I'm just now realizing if we get a bunch of Strength and then also make a kind of Shiv deck, it could be really good. All right. So, do I trust myself to go through 2 mysteries and an elite fight? Rest, elite fight. Here, we'll see how we're feeling here. We could go shop, we can go this guy. I think we're going to do that. Yep. Receive 175 gold, become cursed with doubt. We're already going to be making a ton of gold. I don't feel the need to do that. Remove a card from my deck, lose 7 HP. Sure. Let's get rid of Basic Strike. Hey, thanks, Dante Blogger. I appreciate that. All right, we're low health. It's not the best going into an elite fight, especially this one. All right, Flex, Neutralize, Strike, Strike. I feel like that was an okay first turn on the Log of Ulin. He's really all about just, like, do as much damage as you can, you know? All right. Well, we're just going to keep on going ham as much as we can here. So how's everybody doing out there? Oh, good, he's going to be weak next turn. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Stumpy Cult. I wouldn't call it a cult, but, you know, each their own. All right, strength is good. Defend. Oh, we're frail as well, huh? That's no fun. Oof. Taking some hits, man. Ouch. Okay, I got to kill him here. Or within the next 2 turns. Yep. All right. Dang, I need 2 strikes next turn. All right, that'll do. Whew, took a lot of damage. Ice Cream's good, though. Tools of the trade. All right, I gotta rest. Oh man, I'm in trouble for this next fight. We might have to restart the daily, y'all. I might have gone a little bit too ham to start with. What did I do that for? Why did I do that? Oh, he says y'all are forming a cult? Gotcha. Well, block is bad for us. If I do this, he gains strength. I don't really want to give him any more strength. But 10 damage is big. We'll just keep that. Ugh. This is bad. Okay, cool. He's only doing 4 damage this turn, so that's good. We'll give him a little bit of strength. But I can do this. He's almost dead. Gotta kill him this turn. Jeez. Unceasing Top's pretty good. Demon form. I would love strength. Plus we have Ice Cream, so I can store up energy. Okay, we're gonna go here. We're gonna shop. We're gonna go here. And then we'll see. Oh boy. Calipers is mediocre. What you got for me, buddy? I almost feel the need to grab this just cuz. Gain 30 gold. You're 10% more likely to find treasure in question marks. Honestly, this is not a bad one to get early on. Gremlin Horn's great. Let's do Gremlin Horn. And bandages. I'm taking a lot of damage. Yo, that enemy is hard. Yeah. Quiet Cub, thank you for hosting. Appreciate you. Gonna rest. Oof, y'all. I'm still in big trouble here. Another Lagavulin fight. This is not great. You know what we're gonna do? Nothing. Let's see if we can't pull Demon Form. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now he's gonna get up. Soon. Discard to discard that one. Alright, I think this is the last turn before he's gonna get up himself, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start hitting him. And hold over that energy. Choose a card to discard. We'll discard to defend. We're gonna flex. We're gonna twin strike. We're going to not take a hit. Oh, unceasing top! Gotta forget about that. Or gotta stop forgetting about that. Alright, we're going to drop basic strike. Neutralize. Do that. Do this. Do that. Do this. Okay. Ooh, y'all. Strength silent for the win. Exactly. As I was like seeing the cards from the oh, and Kunai. Alright, Reaper could be good. Gain HP. Doppelganger, next turn gain cards and energy. We can go pretty crazy on that one. Both of these would be very good. We're gonna go with Doppelganger. Yeah, strength plus silent, man. Holy crap. Holy crap. Hey, Stoney's Entertainment, how are you? Alright, let's head to a question mark. See if Golden Idol trigger a trap. I don't want to take the negative. And we're already getting a lot of gold, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, we're gonna flex. We're going to twin strike. Kill him. We gained energy. Let's go ahead and do this. And then honestly, Doppelganger is the same. Oh, if I attack one more time, I'm gonna gain a dex. Let's do that. Hey, Fetchy. You should definitely stick around for the second half because we're talking wrestling with the Brian J. All right, he's going to do 8 damage, so I just need to keep the Survivor. Let's definitely use the bandage up. Let's definitely neutralize. And strike. Yeah. All right. Dagger spray, outmaneuver, malaise. I'd like some crowd control. All right, I got to rest. I would have loved to have fought more elites on that floor, but man, early on we were not doing well. Got an energy potion, so I should remember that. All right, we definitely want to play Tools of the Trade. Definitely want to play Flex. Strike. Strike. That's that. Choose a card to discard. We're going to use all of our energy this turn. Let's bandage up. Neutralize. Twin strikes. In 2-ish hours. Yes, indeed, buddy. Okay. I would love to drop Demon Form, but there's no way I can pull that off. Neutralize. Twin strike. Yeah. Wait, what if I do... No. This is only going to give me 2 energy. Well, we're going to take a hit here. It's fine. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And then this just gives us more card gain. That's basically what that gives us. Okay. Would love to have gotten multiple attacks off there. I could, because we can do this. And we get Kunai, we get Unceasing Top, and extra defend. All right. Any new games I'm looking forward to? I mean, plenty. Let's do this. We're gonna strike, strike, neutralize that guy, do this. Oh, I didn't get enough block. That's fine. What am I looking forward to? Right now, all I'm playing is... oh my gosh. This turn sucks. Well, we definitely got to drop that guy, as much as I would love to use it. Can I knock you out? I can. Cool. What's coming around the corner? Honestly, I can't think of it right now of what I'm looking forward to the most. Let's gain 6. Let's get one of these out of the deck. Catastronaut sounds cool, yeah. Let me think on it, and I'll get back to you once I'm done with this fight. I have to focus. Oh, it does double damage when you do that. Taking the hits. I would love to have played Demon Form, but we just don't have the energy for it yet. Oh boy. Let's neutralize you, because you're doing the most. The weakness is what's wrecking me right now. If I'd gotten strength out, then it would have been fine, but we were never able to play Demon Form. Give me Dagger Shot, or Dagger Spray, whatever it is. Okay, that guy's dead. Gave me energy. Just get this out of my deck. Stop it! These guys are being so rude. Weaken that guy again. Flex. Should have flexed first. 7 twice, huh? Who's lowest? You're lowest. Just get that out of my deck. Starting multiplayer. That's going to be great. Really looking forward to that. Man, we're getting low on HP here. So many friggin' slimes in my deck. Am I dead? I'm dead. Man, that's trash. That's friggin' trash. We're going to redo the daily. That's such trash. We just got so little damage out of that. We're going to restart that. What a... Like, just the... I got trolled by the slimes. The number of slimes they put in my deck. I've never had that many before. Alright. I'm trying to think. When did we get Kunai? Was it one of the elites? So I definitely want that again. These are seeded. Many trash. Very trash. The most trash. Absolute garbage. Math. Alright. Go. And turn! Just defend. Yeah, Stardew multiplayer is going to be great. We're going to play the crap out of that for sure. Why did we stop playing Colony Survival? Because nobody was watching it. 9 times out of 10, that's why we stop playing a series. Just like that should just be a... we should have that like written underneath our name on YouTube. If a series stopped, it's because nobody, like not enough people were watching it. Because at the end of the day, this is our job, so we have to, you know, be successful at it. We're going to do Twin Strike this time instead of the Neutralize. It's got 32. So, that's not going to be enough. Right? 14 plus 12. Yeah, it's not. Well, let's just kill this guy. Defend through. Yeah, I mean, Colony Survival is fun, but on our channel it seems to mostly be like arena battle type stuff is what does the best. And, you know, at the end of the day, we have to do what people want to see. We're going to stick with Flex. Flex was good, I think. We're going to skip this first elite. We're going to go to the shop here and see if we can't get something nice, and then head up this way. It sucks that we can't upgrade at Fires. Really sucks that we can't upgrade at Fires. Could go this way. It's about the same. Get one fight, one extra fight. Let's do that. What you got? Ah, Gremlin Horns on this one this time. Okay, so the shops are like in order. Interesting. Nick Tesla, I have no idea because it's not out yet. You just need to assemble an army of people interested in frog climbers to get another episode. I mean, honestly, Thetchy, if you did that, we would probably play it again. if there were like suddenly an influx of viewers on a specific video, we would have to be like, okay, I guess we'll throw on it. We'll get that. Let's get, do I want anger? I don't know. Prepared, draw 1, discard. Let's get deadly poison, actually. Even the card drops the same as yours. It's weird how, like, seeded these runs are. It kind of bothers me, to be honest. Alright, which one do I want to make sure I kill? I mean, I guess if I take out this guy, I only have to do 1 block to not die. I'll hit you once, and you're dead next turn. You're waiting for the Minecraft new season on some... That is coming. It's just going to be a bit... We should play Destiny 2. We have. Anger is bad for your health. It's okay. Let's grab well-laid plans. I like well-laid plans. All right, get me my 3 HP back. Also, hey, how's it going, Caesar? It's been a while. Plans. Oh, we don't have strength anymore, though, which sucks. I would love demon form, because that was real good. But even if I could get like a spot weakness, that'd be incredible. Let's defend twice. What's the next theme for the Minecraft series? I cannot tell you. It is a continuation of the current series that we've been running for a while. That's about all I can tell you. You're just here working stuff. We should play Ark Ragnarok. I'm a fan. I can't say the same for the rest of the crew. 10 damage, 5 damage. Let's block a little bit. I'd rather not come out of this completely wrecked. You like spot weakness better than demon form? I can get that. I mean, it's more reliable, and you don't have to spend 3 energy to do it. All right. So overall, I got through this fight much better than last time. We got our ice cream, which is great. Double tap. Double tap. Double tap. Now that is a magical card. That is a magical card to get when you're playing as the Silent, but you can take from that deck. Like 100%. When I saw them start doing these dailies where it crosses the card barrier, I was like, the major big difference between both decks, Burst is in the Silent deck, and Double Tap is in the Ironclad deck. And if you can switch those over, ooh, ooh. So that's good. Upgrade 2 random cards, lose 14 HP. When's our next... I want to do it. No, I'm already real hurt. I want to so badly, though. Oh, man. Hey, Sleep Cycles is rating with a party of 96. Holy crap. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Price. I am a part of Stumped Gamers. We are playing some Slay the Spire right now. Right now I'm doing the daily. I already lost once. I'm not very good at this game. But welcome to the stream. We mostly focus on multiplayer type stuff, but today I am running solo. And later on today, we actually have a very special thing happening. So for those of y'all out there who happen to be wrestling fans, we are going to be doing some wrestling related stuff around 2-ish, 2 p.m. Pacific time. And we will be joined by our friend, the Brian J. But anyways, the reason we're doing that is because we're going to be on the Twitch front page. So that's going to be kind of cool too, huh? Anyway, welcome. Thank you so much, Sleep Cycles. If one of the mods could throw a link to Sleep Cycles in the chat right now so that everybody else can go and check out how awesome they are. We've been hosting them for a little bit. Oof, I don't want to make him too strong. We've been hosting Sleep Cycles for a little bit, and good to see all y'all. Welcome. I'm glad we have the ice cream. Now we need like a skewer. Skewer would be great now. Oh man, he's doing so much damage this time around. Okay. Do I defend poison? I mean, I'm just gonna make him stronger. But I think it might be worth it. Hey, Corsair Bebop just resubbed. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, buddy. We're going to take 12. But he shouldn't be doing a big hit next turn. Yeah, he's doing a 14, which is much better for me. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that. Shoot. Shoot. We're going to take 14 damage. It's going to suck. But he'll die. We're going to take 16 damage. He'll die. Ugh. And I will get to rest at the next thing. We're going to take Adrenaline. All right, I got to rest. Ooh, and then I got to fight. Y'all, it's happening again. This is so hard with all of these in a row. This deck is not built for this. All right, we're going to double tap Twin Strikes. We're going to strike. Yeah, that'll do. And we're going to weaken this butthead. Doot, doot, doot. Have I heard of the Twitch add-on for Slay the Spire? Do you mean like Twitch chat voting on cards? Because we're going to do that after I finish the daily. I don't like doing that for the daily because I'd like to fail on the daily all on my own. Which it seems like I'm about to do once again. Unceasing Top, thank you. Forgot that we got that. Okay, double tap, strike, strike, strike. Oh, you guys. I basically have to kill him this turn, right? Double tap, twin strike. Oh, can he do it? Can he do it? Yes! Kunai, so good. Man, I really wanted that demon form. None of these are great. Barricade would be good, but it's so expensive. Even if you get it down to costing 2, it's still so expensive. So we're going to skip. Dan T. Blogger, if you're adding links or like talking about anything like external, you might be getting auto modded, or you're getting modded for something that you're saying. Just pay attention to the rules, por favor. Anger the mushrooms or become cursed and heal. I gotta heal. There's no way. Oh man. Okay, buddy, please leave me alone. Don't be rude. All right, we're gonna do this. We're already defended up. We're definitely gonna drop Wily Plans, and we're gonna 1, 2, buckle my shoe. We now got some decks. We're good. All right. Neutralize, strike, defend. Hold on to the energy. I love having Ice Cream, man. I could have poisoned. Well, that's fine. No, we're fine. Now he's doing 12. We're gonna flex. I'm gonna double tap the twin strike. And you're done. Okay, Catalyst could be good. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we're going to have more health going into this fight at least. A little bit more, not a lot. We have an energy potion as well, so we'll use that. Let's drop the adrenaline first. Give me that flex. Yeah. Neutralize, strike, twin strike, strike. We got some decks. We're going to hold on to our energy. 39 damage on the first turn. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. We're going to Well Laid. We're going to double tap a strike. We're going to strike. And we're going to poison you. Goodbye, Cake Boss. Okay. Good. Now we get a good turn to do some damage to him. If I drew any cards, well then, here's what we're going to do. We're going to strike you. He will die. Or he will split. So what's going to happen is this poison's going to tick. He's going to go below 70, and he's going to split. So I'm not even going to block. I'm going to hold on to my 2 energy. And let's hold on to Survivor. It's our best block. Okay. Now, good. Neutralize. Do we have any card draw? No. Okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to double tap the Twin Strike. Great. We got a Kunai out of it as well. I could split him, too. Let's do it. And then who needs to play a block? We don't have Dagger Spray this time. Double tap with Silent. Yeah. So we're playing a daily, and I'll hover over the thing. We're playing a daily, and the daily has diverse. Cards are not restricted by your character. It's pretty cool, huh? Whoa, Thunderbird Kid. Really good. You just got out of school, and it's raining, and there's some purple lightning. That's crazy. All right. I do want to kill this card. Let's start hurting this little guy. We'll do 1 block, end the turn, hold on to that. And we're just stacking this energy for like the turns when we really need to do some stuff, you know? All right, this guy's doing 16, and I did not get my weaken. So this may be one of those turns I was talking about. Let's poison this little guy. Let's attack you. Let's defend. Let's defend. We'll take 4. That's fine. Choose a card to obtain. I'm not going to retain it. All right. I don't want to really mess with this guy too much. I would like to take out the little guys first. If I doubled his poison, he'll die in 2 turns on his own. So we're going to do that. We'll attack you. We'll defend. We'll take our 4 hits. $500 bits! Slay that spire. Hashtag lunchbix. Thank you, Benny Jets, for your continued support. You are wonderful. Everybody, drop them bike shorts in chat if you got them. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Just get these out of here. I'm just done with those, man. Well-Laid Plans is so good when you have Unceasing Top and you accidentally pull a really good card. All right, we're going to take a big hit on this one, but maybe we can take out Little Dude in the corner over here. Yeah, we're going to take out Little Dude. Then we're only worried about this guy. We are going to take 16 damage. That's not fun. I feel like this daily, from what I've seen so far, it seems to, oh, what a crap turn. Well, we just end turn. We hold on to double tap. We have 6 energy, which would be great if we actually pulled cards. It's fine. Defend. Neutralize. Oh, that's right, because we have Unceasing Top. And we'll hold on to it again. So for this daily, what I was about to say. I feel like this daily, it takes a little bit of time to get going, but I think once you get a good deck comp, I mean, if I could get some dang shivs, man, then you're set, you know? If you can't do a hit, don't take a hit. Good, you know, Diesel, those are some words of wisdom that you just spoke right there. Let's take out... I mean, they're exactly the same. Why am I worrying about it? We'll burn that just to get it out of there. Last time, I think I let them kind of build out of control. Hey, Brian J. How's it going, buddy? You're a little early. But it's cool. You can hang out and chat for a little while. Let's take out this dude. 1, 2. He's done. Let's drop a slime. Let's strike. Let's drop a slime. End turn. Hold on to Survivor. Do-do-do-do. For those who don't know, Brian is a fellow Pacific Northwester like myself, and he'll be the one joining me for WRASSLE Talk in about an hour and a half. Do-do-do-do. All right, there we go. There it is. That's what I want. Proceed. Curse key. Yes. It's like the best. Oh, man. So happy. I'm so happy. Okay. We have 700 bucks, so we definitely want to hit a shop soon. I think we want to hit this one, because that gives me the option to either fight an elite or not fight an elite. And if I fight this elite, I can fight a second elite, and then a third, and then a fourth. That's per good. And he did it! Thank you, Lyric. All right, let's drop some energy. Let's drop some well-laids. We didn't get our strength, which is unfortunate, but we're going to double tap the twin strike. Heck yeah, we're going to strike. We're going to strike. And we're going to store over 1 energy. You made a mistake getting the black star. Dude, Nox, you have got... You gotta always take the cursed key, man. It's like, it's top tier. And I'm not going to waste the energy. I'm just going to save the energy. Because you can burn the... his stuff, but it's fine. You know what? He's doing 10 times 2, and I have no blocks. That is unfortunate. Wow. That's some trash, actually. Well, that can happen. So we're going to take 20 damage that I should not have taken, but we got real crap draw. We'll Survivor out this guy. We'll use that. That's fine. He's going to block. We only have to do 14. Demon plus Shiv Pudsassin. That is what I'm hoping for. That is what I'm hoping for. Just need to get some Shiv cards. Second Catalyst. I mean, I haven't used my other Catalyst yet, so it's kind of like I think that says something. If this card is exhausted, gain 3 energy. It's an 8 block, so it's better than normal block because it is upgraded already. Slice is a free attack, which with Kunai is nice. And it lets us store more energy because we basically play our hand. We already have 21 cards. I'm going to skip, which may have been the wrong choice. What do we get? Ooh, I have to. Read it, read it, read it, read the book! Necronomicon! Alright, the first attack each turn that costs 2 or more is played twice. I now need to get a card that costs 2 or more. Pud's Assassin, we're going to do voting after I finish the daily. Okay. Well-laid plans. Flex. Once again, not great on the defense. Strike you twice. Let's do that. Man, we're taking a lot of damage. I'm going to weaken this guy. Again, I would have loved to have played Demon Form, but it just wasn't the right turn for it. Ouch. Okay, Adrenaline. Oh, and this is the downside of Necronomicon. You cannot get rid of this ever. You're dead, so we're going to neutralize you so your weakness sticks around. We're going to hit you, going to hit you. We're going to Survivor out this, and then we'll end turn, and we'll hold on to the poison. All right, he's going, so I need to do some things. We're going to Catalyst. We're going to do that. And I really hope I get some good attacks on this next turn, because otherwise I'm in trubs, bubs. Are you kidding me, man? All right, he's getting away with some of my money. The Thieving Thieves, man. Thieves are, honestly, in my opinion, they are BS. They are garbage enemies. Cloak and Dagger. Ooh, and it's upgraded, baby. All right, give me a 2-cost attack. Blood for Blood could do it. Play it twice. Ninja Scroll! That's a free dex. And we'll take Anchor. Our first turn is going to be incredible. Gain energy on the first turn. Yeah. Blood for Blood. Backflip. We're going with all that stuff. Yeah. I should have done card removal. Oh, let's get a regen potion as well. There we go. Now, I kind of want to rest. So I think we're going to go this way. As much as it skips elites, we're not doing that. We're not doing Vampire. Okay, let's rest. As much as I'd love to fight an elite, I'm not going to risk it with only 23 HP. We went down a little bit too low there. Snecko, you devil. All right, first things first. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for the dex. Let's do Demon Form. Let's drop the Adrenaline. Let's Twin Strike, Strike, Cloak and Dagger, Shiv, Shiv. Not a bad first turn. We got 2 decks. We have our Demon Form out. We're in a good space. But Vampire! La Chouette, I can't do it. All right. Blood for Blood. Neutralize. He's doing 6. There you go. And I get to carry over my energy, so suddenly Snecko Eye is not that bad, you know? We're going to backflip for some block. These will get played twice because of Necronomicon. Is that all the block I'm going to get? You buttheads. I'm just going to do 1 strike. Yeah, see, it played twice because of Necronomicon. We'll do well-laid plans. I don't want to hold on to that. Because of the cost right now. Okay, he needs to die. And of course I get nothing. Like the turns where I need the stuff, I get nothing, man. He's doing 22. All right. That was a lot of cards in one turn. Yeah, Diesel, was good. All right, we'll do the shivs. All right, you're done. Another regen potion. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of... These are all good. I'm going to get rid of the energy. I need to get my health back up. Rampage is great. Honestly, Berserk is really good. I'm always at below 50% HP because I'm terrible with them blocks. I'll take the curse for that. Which curse was it? Best curse. 10 out of 10 best curse. Would get again. That's fine. Girya. Now I'm going to be doing even less at my less healing. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay, who do we want to take out first? Each time you lose HP in combat. I think we always want to kill the dude in the back first. Seven. This will take basically all of my energy, but it'll play twice, so it will kill... I could probably kill this guy. Because it's going to do 30... No, it's... Okay, if I do that and then I have 2 shivs. I'm trying to do math in my head right now. It's going to do 38. Will my shivs be enough? 2 shivs? Let's do the shivs first. I know I want to play that. 5, that's 10. It's going to be 48. We'll kill this guy. Alright, check this. Thank you, Necronomicon! Alright. And they're doing 20. I could drop this, but we're going to block 17, so I'll take the 3. That's fine. And then we'll kill this guy next turn, hopefully. Get no cards again! Game! Why you do this? I don't think I can attack next turn. Because he's going to entangle me. Yeah, he entangled me, so I cannot attack. So we defend until we have enough. So they're going to do... Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. We just end our turn. Store up the energy. I could totally play this without worrying. I could totally play that. We need to neutralize the stronger one, I guess. And we're going to throw that up. That's a good time to use that block. Evil thieves. I know, right? Okay, here we go. Are you kidding me? Not a single attack, man. My deck is not that big. It's a 28-card deck. The number of times this happens, it's flabbergasting. We're going to take a big hit. It's fine. No, Lyric Swine, you're right. They're evil. Let me... Cloak and Dagger. Shiv, you dead. Twin Strike. Backflip. Poison. Catalyst. Strike. Defend. I don't want to hold on to that. Oh my gosh, we got him. Jeez Louise. 30 gold. Centennial Puzzle. First time you lose HP, draw 3 cards. It's not bad. Yeah, baby. Another Adrenaline would be great, but Limit Break is the card. I want to lift so hard, bro. So I want to get those gains, bro. But we got to rest. If we can get through this fight without taking too much damage, I'll rest, or I'll lift at the next one. Why you guys both got to do this? All right, we're going to do that for sure. All right, we're at 6 strength. He's each doing 10 damage. That's 30 damage alone. Plus 12, that's 42. Plus 5, 47. So he's gonna just barely not die if I attack this guy, but we'll do it. And give me that sweet kunai action. Look at that. We'll defend. We got 16. Now we're not taking any damage. We're carrying over 1 energy. Lift Strunk. We'll get swole at the next one, yeah. Okay. Neutralize him for sure. Strike this little guy so he's just dead. And then, do I blood for blood? Because it's gonna attack twice, but I'm gonna take a hit of 9. Or I can only block for 4. So we might as well do this. Yeah. Desper good. Thanks, Necronomicon. Well, we'll drop that. We're gonna drop the Cloak and Dagger for sure. We're gonna Twin Strike. We're gonna shove ya, and you're gonna go bye-bye. Warcry is just good. I'll take Warcry. Dark Blue, that's true. That's true. You saw it there. He did... So what Dark Blue said is that the Knight guy, he attacks you harder if you kill the little dude first, the Cleric. And that's true. He does this, like... If it's base strength, base everything, I think it's an 18 damage attack when normally he attacks for like 12 or 14. But then, you know, if the fight's gone too long, the cleric has made him stronger, so. Okay. Oh, that's good. Let's use our shivs. We're going to kill this dude in the back first. He does more damage, and he's easier to kill. Let's do the adrenaline. I kind of feel like I might as well. I could have blood for blooded and killed this guy, but I think we're going to be fine on defense anyways. Yeah. Yeah. And now I'm going to be gaining strength. Teswal is real. Indeed it is. And then once we get Limit Break, it's going to be huge. All right, so we'll kill you here if we can. Twin Strikes. Let's deadly you. Let's do this. We're going to take one hit. Cool with that. Activate Centennial Puzzle for me. All right, let's War Cry. Choose a card to put on the top of my draw pile. Don't need that right now. We're going to take some damage here if I don't kill him. Yep. That's fine. It's going to be huge, Nick Tesla. It's going to be huge. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Might as well. No. Oh, I'm a dink. I forgot I have Unseizing Top. Sometimes I play this game too fast. All right. Got a regen potion. I definitely need to rest again. Poison Stab fits, because we're kind of a pseudo-poison deck. I've got Catalyst. I've got Deadly Poison. Poison Stab's going to be a great combo in there, especially if we can double tap it. Got to rest. I would love to swallow it up, but can't happen. Ooh, it's Big Daddy. Let's see. Flex. Shiv, Shiv, Shiv. We're gonna Poison Stab. We're going to strike. We're going to save the Catalyst for now. We are going to defend once, and we're going to carry over. Oh, perfect turn for a Demon Cry, or a Demon form. War Cry, what's up? Let's put double tap on the top of the drop pile. Well, when life gives you nothing, double tap and neutralize. Strike. That gave us enough to where that is enough block. Perfect. You haven't seen this boss before? Yeah, he's pretty neat. Yeah, it's pretty neat. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Why didn't he have poison on? Didn't I poison stab him earlier? Did it already wear out? It's that weak, huh? Yeah, I guess that's true.
You call that a weapon?
All right. Limit breaking now is perfectly justified. Well-laid plans, backflip. Give me some more attacks. Yeah, there we go. I'll play this. If we end up getting to that point, then we'll be happy to have it. I don't need to defend. Carry over the energy, man. Ice Cream is so good! Also, Ninja Scroll. I'm so glad I got Ninja Scroll. Having those 3 attacks on turn 1 to immediately give you the Dexterity bonus is so good. Okay, do that. And I'll waste 1 energy to make sure we take 0 damage. I'm fine with that. Okay. I have enough energy to play everything. So we're going to do this, 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 and this is going to get played twice. Smack, smack! Thank you, Necronomicon. 1 damage. We have taken 1 damage on this boss. Do-do-do-do-do. I know he's about to burn this, so I'm going to try and get 18 damage out of it. We'll double tap a strike. Ooh, he's almost dead. Look at that. He's dead next turn, basically.
Defeat impossible!
Don't know how impossible it is, buddy. That was so good. Dude, that was good. Bludgeon. Bludgeon is perfect. Because it's going to hit twice every time, y'all. I'd love Feed, too, but Bludgeon. I gotta. It's so funny. I have so many curses in my deck that I almost immediately am like, oh yeah, Calling Bell. But no, I'm not running a cursed thing. This isn't. I don't get any benefit out of that. I don't want Velvet Choker. We'll go Astrolabe. Upon pickup, choose and transform 3 cards, then upgrade them. What cards do I want out of my deck? Okay, don't ever transform curses, by the way. They just turn into other curses. I will drop a strike, and a defend. What did we get? Bouncing Flask upgraded, upgraded Tools of the Trade, and upgraded Blood for Blood. Yeah. Yeah, I'm cool with those. Nah, Benny, I ain't going Velvet Choker. 6 cards per turn. You kidding me? Sometimes I play like 10 cards. As much as the energy would be nice, I need my... Ooh. I wish I had gotten feed, man. Could feed on Donu. All right. We have 560 buckaroonies, so we definitely need to go to a shop. There's 2 this way. There's 3 this way, so we got to go this way. Do-do-do. All right. Oh, that's free. Exploders we can kill. They're all attacking on the first. Oh, why didn't I do that first? 7 Cloak and Dagger. Now here's the question. Do I have enough block? You have 9 and 7. So 16. I've got enough block. So we could play Demon Form. And we have Tools of the Trade, which is not the carryover. That's the draw and discard. So I'm just going to save the energy. Because if I backflip, I'm not going to have the energy to play anything anyways. And the reason I want strength is to be able to kill this guy in like 1 hit. Oh my gosh. Choose a card to discard. Well, let's discard the Necronomicon, I guess. Wow. That sucked. Look at that turn. Okay. It'll be fine, though, because look at this. We'll do this. Should have done it in a different order, because I'm also going to do this. And he's dead. So we're good. Should have done the Poison Flask after the fact, but that's fine. Discard Strike. Or Double Tap would have made more sense. Let's do Well-Laid Plans. Let's do Limit Break. Let's do Deadly Poison. And let's not attack him, because he's got Thorns, so why not we just wait? We'll hold on to Neutralize. If we get some defense, you know, we can do that. Give me Catalyst, man. Choose a card to discard. We're going to discard Blood for Blood, because what's about to happen is I'm going to drop one of these suckers, and then we're going to do this. A Curse Splat. How's it going? Do-do-do. I'm trying to catch up on chat now. Let's see. Good, how are you? Nick Tesla, I didn't see the first part of what you just said, but anyway. Sure, I probably agree. What is the Madness Bludgeon as Silence Best Assassin confirmed? Yeah, we're in Diverse Daily, where we can use cards from either deck. You know, we have a semi-poison-y deal going on. Bane makes sense to me. Plus, it's upgraded. So, I'll take that. Mummified Hand. Proceeding. How many curses? I have a lot of curses. I wish I had Duvu Doll. But our curses aren't bad. But I do need to be taking other cards or, you know, getting rid of these. Interact with the Glowing Tesseract. I'll add a colorless card. Flash of Steel's great. An upgraded Mind Blast would be good, but Flash of Steel, just deal 3 damage, draw a card. That's great, because that's, you know, activating our kunai. Okay. Ooh, Paper Crane is so good. Heavy Blade fits. All right, let's get, ooh. So does Blue Candle. All right, we're going to remove a curse, which is going, oh my gosh, actually. Oh, because I can't get rid of Necronomicon. I guess we're just gonna, no, you know what? This one removes itself. These 3 I can't remove. So actually, we're not gonna do anything. We're gonna get Blue Candle, so I can now play them and get rid of them. We're going to get Heavy Blade, and then we're going to get Paper Crane, so weak enemies do 50% less damage. So good. I scream, we all scream, it's bloody murder. Yeah, pretty much. Buy Blue Candle? Yeah, exactly, Maki Man. You know what's up. Yeah, I think that's good. I would have loved Predator, because Predator plays real well with the Necronomicon, but so does Heavy Blade, especially with a Strength build. I would love the ability to just upgrade one card, and that card is Limit Break. Oh, it'd be... Just... I want it. All right, let's fight this fight, and then we're going to go in here, because if we can get through this fight without taking any damage, we're lifting, bro. We're getting swole. We're getting swole. All right, let's play that. No flex. Let's start with the backflip. I was hoping for flex. If I play Berserk, it makes something else free. Poison Stab is now free. So we're going to Shiv. We're going to double tap a Poison Stab. And then we're going to just wait till next turn. Let's hold on to Survivor. Dude, our first turns are so good. Evil Dead, beware. We are lifting. I like that. No! Don't lift, it's too much for me. Alright, if I play this, it'll do 40 damage. How much poison has he got? He's got 5. This will do 3 poison 4 times. That's 12. 12 plus 5 is 19. And this will do 40. This will kill him. Math! That's what it's all about right there, y'all. Doesn't matter. Iron Wave upgrade is not a bad idea. Cost 1 less for each card discard. I don't do a lot of discards. I don't want to get too crazy here, like and get too many cards, but Iron Wave plus 7 damage plus 7 block. We always have tons of energy. I think it's smart. All right, we're lifting.
Swole, yeah. Get those gains, bro. Get that protein powder, okay? Yeah.
Shop. Don't have a lot of money this time. It's like the first time. Ooh. Infinite Blades. I'm down. Yeah. Okay. So, legit boss. Let's shiv to start. We're going to... I am actually going to limit break right now. It's going to give me 6 strength. That's fine. We'll end up getting demon form on this guy, I'm sure. Deal 44 damage. And let's poison him. And we'll move on. Not bait. Not bait. Let's double tap the poison stab. This is going to play itself. Catalyst him, so I double that. Works for me. He's going to hit me a bit. If I play this, I take 1 HP damage and I draw a bunch of cards. Let's see what we get. Well-laid plans. Made this free. Play that. Neutralize. That worked pretty well. That worked really well! That worked really well! Hold on to Bludgeon, baby! Diesel, what's up? This guy is ahead of his time. Well done, yeah, boss. Well done. Try some body blows. All right, let's flex. We'll play this out. I just want him out so I don't have to deal with them for the rest of this fight. Blood for Blood is free now. That's awesome, actually. This is going to do a ton of damage. So we are going to quickly, we're going to Shiv. We're going to Warcry, see if we get anything nice. This is Twin Strike. Let's put the Twin Strike on top of our deck, because we do want this for the little block that we're going to get. So we're going to go like this. Hey! Mifner just subbed 5 months of wonderful entertainment. Now go win this run. We're going to try. We're going to try. Oh, buddy. Oh, I feel bad for that. That was rude of me. Did you see it, y'all? Did you see it? Bane, Shiv, and Twin Strike. You done, son. Ooh, Gambling Chip is great. Another double tap? Honestly, Immolate would work well. We have a lot of curses. It loses its charm after a while, though. I didn't even get Demon Form out. Yeah, I know. I didn't even get to it. GG. If I end up taking a curse here, I can head to this shop and get rid of it. If it's a bad curse, if it's like normality or something. So we'll go for it. Ah, easy. 300 gold. Cool. That shop's going to be worth a lot. Okay. Two of these dudes is a little bit real. What do we want to replace? I'm not going to be using Blood for Blood this turn because I'm not going to be taking a lot of damage. Otherwise, we're probably going to play almost everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might have to skip something. But we'll start with this. Oh! Gonna use our energy. We're gonna play Demon Form right away. That made something free, which was Survivor. Let's neutralize. We're gonna kill this dude first. Well, let's just go ham and see what we can't do. Should have limit break first thing, but that's fine. We're going to Survivor out of defend. We're going to defend. Right, I was 15 and 7. They're only going to do 3 damage. I'm going to drink one of my regen potions. We're going to smack you. Oh! Oh, what was I even worried about? What was I even worried about? Jeez Louise. Tools of the trade for sure. That made blood for blood free. I can do... Dude! Hey there, how's it going? My name's Price. Are you dead? Hi, dead. I'm Price. Another limit break. I want both of these. I want both of these. Offering keeps the train rolling. Limit break makes the train stronger. Limit break. It was a tough decision. Offering is a top tier card. Doubt is bad. I would like to get rid of doubt. Don't want to be weak. Thank you. Okay, what else we got? Toolbox would not be bad. Sundial, every 3 times you shuffle your deck, gain energy. That's not bad. Footwork. There's something to be said about footwork for this deck. Because powers make other cards free. Ooh, every time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 10 damage. Panache is incredible for our deck. Then footwork. Armaments. I don't want to go too crazy on cards, but another heavy blade's a good idea, I think. Because if we play it as our first attack, it plays twice. All right, first turn, we got some things to do. Let's get rid of... We have so many powers in this first turn, that's great. That's actually really good. Let's do that. So we're gonna start with Panache. What'd that make free? It made Demon Form free. That's great. Which made Blood for Blood free. Which is great. Let's play Warcry. We will put Catalyst on top of there. Okay, so we're going to try and take out the guys doing the more damage. So we're going to go like this, and like this, and like this. We're going to do that. Makes our defense free. That's cool. We're going to do that. And we'll play Berserk, because why not? And we'll play a free defend. And there's our Catalyst. And we'll leave it. Got a happy little flower. He needs a friend. Corpses will do. Absolutely. Armaments could have been good, but Panache is a power free, making something free. I know, right, Mocky Man? Isn't that great? This one, I could play it to get rid of it, but it's fine. This guy's going to die soon. I don't want to kill him until we can kill everybody else as well. So, Blood for Blood would play twice. That would kill one of these two. So why don't we just go ahead and do that? He's not quite dead. That's actually okay. Because when we play 5 cards, that is going to kill somebody. So let's do this. And they're all dead. Nice! Dude. Shrug it off is not a bad idea because it's card draw. Same with backflip. We'll get a backflip plus. Now, do I fight another elite before the fight, or do we fight? Oh, you know what we do? We fight a regular fight, and then if we can, we're gonna lift. All right, what you got on me? Not bad. All right, we get rid of this. Get rid of this. Everything else is fine. Ooh, baby! We're gonna Panache. What'd that make free? Footwork, which made Limit Break free. We're gonna do the Limit Break. We have an upgraded Limit Break! I totally forgot! Because we have the Toxic Egg, and then we got the second Limit Break, so now we have an upgraded Limit Break. Yes! When it didn't get exhausted, I was like, wait, what just happened? Oh, that's so good. Heavy Blade's free. Let's take out this Exploder. Let's do Adrenaline. Strike. Let's neutralize you. Strike. This. And then this guy, you could do this. And we enter. How many times have I actually beaten the game? I've beaten the game several times. I should bludgeon you and you're done. Goodbye, sir. Nice to meet you. Goodbye. Regen Potion's much better than the rest of that. Whenever you lose HP from a card, gain strength. What cards do we have that hurt us? That would make all of our curses, when we play our curses, they would each be a strength up after we got that card. I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, curses count, Lushwet. I believe so. I'm like 90% sure. Tangible, I have no idea what half those words mean, but I love Bryce's excitement, and Firestar seems to agree. That's cool. I've earned the title of Mr. Destructoid. That's pretty cool. Dat candle value, Mocky Man, exactly. And we're gonna get
So, brother. Yeah, okay, yeah, alright. Limit break's gonna be worth a lot now. Okay, yeah.
All right, what are we starting with? Oh, we get rid of all of our curses for sure. And you always kill Donu first? It's been so long since I fought them. I think Deca defends, Donu buffs, and you want to kill the buffer first. So we're gonna get rid of all 3 of those. We got our upgraded limit break, which is fantabulous. So we're gonna play Rupture. That made Survivor free. We're gonna play limit break. We're gonna play Berserk. It did not make Bludgeon free. Crap. I was hoping for Bludgeon. So we're actually gonna drink this because I definitely want to double tap Bludgeon. Cause 1, 2, 3. 3. Or as we do it in America, 3. We'll play 2s with trade, which made Blood for Blood free. Oh, baby. Dude. Oh, choose a card to discard. I don't want to get rid of any of these. We're going to go kind of ham on this one. Go Adrenaline. Footwork. Made poison. Oh. Like, I'm going to take some... Oh, I might not, actually. Depends on how this falls. He's... Yeah! Oh, man. Okay, now things get a little tricky. Because he's going to do a ton of damage, and I have no block going out. I don't think there's any way I avoid taking damage here. But I could do a ton to him. I'd love to drop Demon Form. But we're going to do Heavy Blade. And then we'll defend for 20. Drop you. We're going to Limit Break. Oh! Warcry. What do we got? Card to put on top of my draw pile? That's fine. We are going to Well Laid Plans. That'll make something free. Strike. We're going to Flash of Steel. We are going to Infinite Blades. We're going to Backflip. We're going to Panache. He has no poison, but boy, is he dead. I could play this to gain HP. Don't kill him. Choose a card to discard. We don't need that. Get out of here. Dude! Dude! What did I say at the beginning? I was like, once you get going on this run, it's going to get out of control, and that was out of control. Whew, forgot about top. I did Dark Blue Shadow, and man, oh man. That was great. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Prepare your daggers. 916 damage. I'll take it. I'll take it. Wow. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Defeat an elite without taking damage. We did that. We almost killed the friggin' final boss without taking damage. 1 hit from him. Dude, that was a good run. All right, what are we looking at time-wise? All right, we got... Okay. In about 30 minutes, I might have to cut a run short, but in about 30 minutes is when Brian J is going to join me, and I got to get a couple things set up for the wrestling thing. So, you know, we'll go ahead. Let's do a little bit of Twitch integration. So let's go Ironclad, and I'll turn Twitch on this time, so then y'all get to vote. For those of y'all who have not played with Twitch integration before in chat, the way this is going to work is every time a card comes up or a relic comes up, y'all are going to get to vote on it in chat. Whoa! The game totally just crashed on me. Let's try that again. That was weird. Wow. We're still live, right? Yeah, okay, we're still live. Never seen that before. Was there an update or something that did that? It's time to be moderately evil. All right. Crash is real. Oh, you know what sucks? Now I don't get to pick a thing. Because it crashed at the beginning, so he's going to be like, you didn't even meet a thing. Oh, we did. Okay, cool. So what's going to happen is when we get a relic or when we get a card, Twitch chat will have a message from Stumped Gamers that'll go in there and it'll give you all the options. Pay attention to Twitch chat because the delay between here and stream is such that by the time that y'all see it on screen, it might be too late to vote. So be sure to just vote in chat. We're going to start by obtaining a common random relic. 250 gold ain't bad. What's our map look like? Do we have an early shop? We have an early shop, so I might actually take the 250 and take a curse. It's not a good curse, but we can get rid of it, and we'll still end up net positive. All right, so let's bash you to start. That's no fun. Do that. Do that. We're going to lose HP because of that. That's fine, though. We'll get rid of it at the shop again. Rude. Sort of going ham on this guy just to make sure that I get through it quickly. All right, y'all get to vote now. Pick a card, any card. You see now, Lyric. Yeah, there you go. All right. This will kind of determine... Well, I mean, it doesn't really determine, but there's two cards here that kind of sway which direction this deck is going. And I'll leave it... I'll let it go for the whole time limit, or at least most of it, until it looks like, you know, we're kind of there. Looks like everybody is stuck between Shrug It Off and Clash. It's a close bet. It's a close bet. Either card is good. You're going random, DM Kate? All right. No worries. All right, looks like we got to Shrug It Off. Solid card. Draw one plus a good defense. All right, so first thing... Oh, I saw my favorite. So, Mummified Hand. I don't have any powers yet, but once we start getting powers, Mummified Hand is top tier. That's what let us win that last round. So we're picking that up again. And you know what? Let's go for a Clash. I think we can make a Clash work. Okay. So, yeah, like here, if I defend, I can Clash this guy dead. And we can bash this dude. Perfect. So the way that Clash works, for those who don't know, this is the perfect time, hashtag never ban Diesel. For those who don't know, Clash you can only play if there are no other attacks in your hand. Ooh, yeah, give me that Inflame, y'all. Give me that Inflame. Come on. Be good to me. We just got Mummified Hand. It's so perfect. Not to, like, influence it or anything. But, I mean, come on. That's some synergy right there. I knew it, Diesel. I knew it. Diesel-key. Diesel-key. Look, we just had like such a fantastic round that that daily that like I'm fine with us, you know. If y'all tank me, I understand. All right, we're just striking through this first round, easy peasy. Inflame's great. Why? Because it makes something free. All right, and then we will strike. Could have bashed, but I felt like getting those strikes out there would be good. I really, really, really want to zig-a-zig. I was being silly there. In my head, I was like, oh, we could draw into things, you know, and y'all picked this one. Like, I was like, over-analyzing a combo there, and it's like, dude, you can just kill him. A power-heavy deck is not a bad thing, except when you come up against the Awakened one as the final boss. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll have like a high-energy, high-power run, in which case the Awakened one is a baby. You just don't have to give him turns. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Bum, 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 bum. Stack powers and get wrecked by Awaken. You know it, Maki Man. You know what's up. All right, we're fighting an elite here in a second. We're going max HP. Heck yeah. Yeah. All right. What you got, artifacts? Shrug. I was kind of hoping for that, actually. I was hoping for a... Take out the weakest one. I was hoping for a power. We're going to use defend so I can use clash instead of strike because it's a much more powerful attack. And there you go. Awaken 1 is your hate boss? Dude, Awaken 1, it's so funny. Awaken 1 was the first boss that I ever beat. And what, oh, look at that. And in my opinion, I was like, oh, Awaken 1's no big deal. Awaken 1's easy peasy. And then at some point in the development, they shifted a little bit of how he works. And holy crap, did it just wreck me. All right, we're going to defend twice. We're going to attack once. We're going to play it a little bit safe. It's your first time writing in chat here, Shiny. Well, welcome, Shiny Taymint. Shiny Taymint. Welcome. Hope you have fun here. All right, let's shrug. And then we're going to bash you. It's a little bit more damage. You were nearly infinite combat? Oh, that sucks, Mucky Man. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not going to be able to clash ever again. And now we don't get to block this time, which sucks. But it's fine. Okay, bash ya. Might as well. We don't have ice cream, so doesn't matter. Strike, strike, strike will do it. Heck yeah. Whenever you apply vulnerable, also apply 1 week. Bash just became great. Okay. Well, let's see what y'all think. I can kind of work with any of these. Stacking fire breathing is interesting. I've never thought about that, but once you get to a certain, like if you had like four or 5 fire breathings. Are you kidding me? Every attack doing that much damage to all enemies. That's pretty crazy. Oh, looks like brutality's winning out. No, wait, no, fire breathing. Brutality's too risky. Brutality's not so bad. You do need some HP regen, but I've worked with brutality before. It just depends. Brutality makes something free for 0, for sure, but you do then start losing 1 HP each turn. But it's like, it's got a good benefit to it, so it's not a bad thing. We're going to go here. We're going to smith something up. What happens when you upgrade this? +3, okay? And these cost 0. We're going for 0 cost fire breathings. That's awesome. Okay, elite time. All right, buddy. Well, let's do that. Yep, we strike. We defend, we strike, we clash. Look at that. Not bad. You turning Price into a dragon? Kind of. I will play that. I will bash. I will strike. I will strike. We'll take the 10. That's fine. Ooh, those fire breathers. Just a little pew, 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 pew. Oh, we didn't play the first one. Okay, I was like, wait, didn't we have multiples? All right, he's only doing 6 damage this turn, and he's got 3 HP left. We are going to shrug it off, hoping for an attack. Ba-bam! Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Ornamental fan, thank you very much. Okay. 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 I'll let y'all pick. This isn't the end. All right, later, Iskats. Yeah.
Must unleash the dragon.
Yeah, Twin Strike's real good on a strength build. We're not quite a strength build yet. We need Limit Break or Demon Form or Spot Weakness, but we do have some strength gain, which is nice. Also, the fact that Bash weakens now as well, that it suddenly has gone from being a card that I barely play to a card I might play all the time. All right, we can fight another elite over here. We got plenty of like health and we've been kicking some butts. So I think we might do that. Yeah, and then we got to shop afterwards. We won't have enough money to really buy anything, but hey, speaking of which, yeah, let's do it.
Fustroda!
All right, we are going to bash, strike, twin strike. Sup, bro? All right. Flame made a strike free, so we will strike you, and then I'll defend and defend. Why not? Only take 8. Game changer much? Hashtag game changer. Indeed. All right, shrug it off is free. That's great. We can play defend, defend, and then we clash. We didn't take any damage. Dude, this is working really well. A thunderclap would be great. Yeah, you're right. I want to activate clash. I'm worried that if I shrug it off, I'm going to pull a defend, and that's going to ruin everything. Let's twin strike. Let's just play it safe. We'll do this. See what we get. Did get a bash. Too bad. Oh, you know what I can do? Let's do that. We'll play the defend. We'll play the clash. There we go. Oh, he's so dead. Nice. All right. Y'all's call. Dark Embrace is not a power I would take. I know y'all are building me a power deck, but whenever a card is exhausted... I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad card. We just don't have really any exhaust, do we? Yeah, skipping is also completely acceptable. Honestly, with this set. Yeah. Looks like y'all are going to give me a Dark Embrace. I mean, look, we got Mummified Hand, so we can make it work. We can make it work. Look at y'all! Holy crap! I'm getting anger now. What did you never unsee, Meow Boss? Or from Meow Boss? The Ocarina of Dear God, what is that? Alright. Sadly, we can't buy any of these. What could I buy? Carnage would be good. Heavy Blade could be good. Bandage Up is good. Card remove only costs 50. Is there anything I want to get rid of? Like, getting rid of a strike is not a bad idea. It's going to mean we're going to have a higher percentage of defense in our deck, but we just got anger. I'll get rid of a strike because it's cheap. Heavy Blade we definitely want. And Carnage. Screw it. We're going heavy. We're going heavy. Let's go a little Mystery Machine. Yeah. Transform a card. What are we going to transform? Basic Defend. Headbutt. Good card. Another shop that we can't take advantage of. We literally can't buy anything. Thanks, Mystery Machine. And nothing we could do there. Cool. Thanks, Mystery Machine. You're the best. Crap. We're going to go with Upgrading Inflame. Dual wield with an attack that is free from power. No, I mean, dual wielding is fantastic for sure. We're going to bash. I can't pull that off. So we're going to just strike. Yeah, that's fine. Upgrade Anger, the card that keeps on giving. Ooh, thank you, babe. Yeah, that was great. Who the heck is that, boss? It's the guy who curls up into a ball, like a little curl up into a ball guy. Well, we're gonna get hit. What card would I like next turn? Shrug It Off is what I want. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna take the hit from the Spinies, and then we'll have that next turn, and we're just gonna not attack. I'd rather not take a bunch of Thorns damage. Shrug, defend, and we'll just wait. Okay, now's when you attack. We're gonna Cartage, we're gonna Headbutt, let's bring back Shrug It Off. Anger, did we get him? We got him! Okay, enter. Angie, I'm totally cool with that. Alright, we're gonna actually do this and clash. That's his name, yeah, boss. Alright, we'll do that. I don't want to lose that, so we'll use it, because it's ethereal, so it goes away. I'm just gonna hit him with the potion. I might as well. It's a little extra damage. Alright, so he's got 50. So we're actually gonna weaken him. Strike this, that, because I don't know. If we had Heavy Bladed, we would have gotten him. That's fine, though. Oh! Fire breathing, baby! Coming through in the clutch. Defend. Carnage. He's got the block. Can I kill him? Close. He's going to die from fire breathing. No, we can just kill him flat out. Nice. All right, y'all, vote. Oh! You know. You know. Everybody knows. Oh, man. Yeah, everybody knows what's up. I'll be nice this time. Yeah. All right. Everybody's voting demon. I'm just going to grab it because everybody's voting demon. I'm looking in chat. Save ourselves 10 seconds. We're going to go with Philosopher's Stone. Or do I want Ectoplasm? Ectoplasm, you no longer get gold. Philosopher's Stone, enemies have 3 strength. I mean, between the two... Oh, I guess, yeah, y'all are voting. In my head, I was like, I'm picking these. We definitely know. Skip, right? Yeah, exactly, Loshwet, exactly. Oh, it's 50-50! Which one's it gonna be? Which one's it gonna be? 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got Ectoplasm. Y'all, that was, there was a tie there. It picked the tie. Proceeding. We got extra energy, y'all. It's gonna be so good. Gonna be playing clashes like crazy. We can no longer gain gold. So... shops and curses are something to avoid. Let's go... This guy's an elite, and there's another elite. Let's go this way. From here. That way. Alright, we can flame. May defend free. That's fine. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's good. Alright, we're going to play fire breathing. Made bash free. That's cool. Let's clash. Strike. Anger. He is going to hurt us a little bit, but not very much. And we'll heal it at the end. Fire breathing made demon form free, which is just... Alright. We're doing alright here. Upgraded Twin Strike. It's not bad. All of these are good. Is that all it does? What, Pure Miko? Is that all what does? Ectoplasm? Ectoplasm gives you energy, but no gold. You can no longer have gold. So it's a really good one if you know, aren't in dire need of shop-related stuff. But like if you have a bunch of curses in your deck and you're like, I need to get rid of them, suddenly it's a problem because you don't have enough money for it. Alright, looks like y'all are picking Twin Strike. Gonna save us some seconds. Okay. I'm just checking my time. We might have to cut out early. I don't want the relic. It's fine. Yeah, we might have to stop before the round's over, y'all. Sadly. So we're gonna get as far as we can. I'm gonna try and go quickly. But we could pick it up on another day. I might save the file for that. All right, we have all attacks in this one. I'm thinking we bash, because then he's weakened. Then we ethereal that, and he's dead. Incredible. Bum ba da dum bum bum ba da dum bum 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 bum. Battle Trance is what I would pick. Do 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 do. A lot of y'all seem to be picking up on that. All right, it seems pretty well agreed. Yeah, Battle Trance. All right, I'm going to grab it. I'm watching the chat, so I'm seeing your numbers as you're entering them. Gain 5, max, lose 21. I can do that. We get another fire breathing, y'all. Okay. For you, and for the meme, Price the Dragon has ascended. And we're going to get that thunderclap. Oh, man. Okay. There's a way I can make this do exactly what I want it to do, so I'm going to do that. So we are going to Twin Strike. We are going to strike. We are going to headbutt and pull back the Twin Strike. We are going to fire breathe, demon form, and we are good. Good. I'll poison you a little bit. Price the angry dragon, breathe fiery. Okay, anger, strike, Twin Strike. Yeah. Ooh, baby. Twin Strike, strike. Should I defend a little bit? Let's defend a little bit. Ouch. All right. Yeah, you're dead, bro. All right. Oh, man. I know what's coming. Sounds like a cool badass wrestler.
Dovahkiin.
Every time I see a power, I'm like, well, I know what y'all are going to vote for. Price Christ, the salty dragon, raging through the day, climbing spires and slaying fools who get into his way. Good job, Angie. That's a good one. I like that. All right, we're taking a power. We're going to go here. Let's smith it up. And let's smith up the other fire breathing, so it is now also free. We have 3 free fire breathings, which are also free other cards. That's great. Oh, man. Well, we'll do that. This is going to hurt a lot. I am going to Twin Strike the dude in the back. We're going to do a Headbutt and bring back that Twin Strike, and I'm going to Artifact to block one of these bad things. Oh, it might be a wound. Oh, it's a wound, actually. That hurt. That hurt, y'all. All right, let's use that. Twin Strike. Let's Fire Breathe. Why is that one not upgraded? We'll do that. Ooh, I'm getting hurt, man. Getting real hurt this. Oh, you're not dead? I have to kill him. Ouch. Ouch, Charlie. That really hurt. And it's still hurting. Block that. Become weak. Flame made defend free, so now we're good on defenses. Bash ya. Oh, you dead, son. Breathe fire, baby. Orichalcum! Nice. I'll let y'all do. Oh, I upgraded in flame last time. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that means I got one more. I need to heal, man. Doop, 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 doop. All right, we're going to try and get to this boss at least. We're not going to be able to finish the whole run. We're not even going to be able to make it to the boss. We're going to do a couple more rooms. Sorry for blocking the view there. We'll do a couple more rooms, but we'll have to pick this up. Maybe we'll pick it up towards the end of the stream. I don't know. But I got to get the thing set up because we do have an actual schedule today. I know. It's crazy. Tori! Yeah. We can't buy anything here, I don't think. Get another Clash for 23. Why not? We're going to race through these mysteries. Find some potions. Cool. Ancient. Cool. The all-power run. Kaboom. Inflame also fits the fire theme as well. Yep, that's true. Definitely going to draw up. Ooh, we're going to Battle Trance. Ooh, baby. What we get? Headbutt. Let's, Carnage this guy. Headbutt that guy. Bring Carnage back around. Let's Anger, defend. Can't use Clash, which is sad, but it's fine. Okay. We Fire Breathe. We Strike. We Twin Strike. We Carnage. Do what you do, y'all. Do what you do. You don't know enough about the cards to be evil efficiently, says Meow Boss. That works for me. All right, later, Tess. Don't die too soon. I don't think we're going to be dying. I think it's going to be a run that I have to, like... I basically am not allowed to play this game until we finish this run. Oh my gosh. Everything was voted equally there. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Ooh. That switched a little bit there. Okay. Looks like we're getting a Headbutt Plus. I'm cool with that. That's a good card. All right. And Poison Potion. Yeah, we're fine. Poison Potions are a lot better as a as the silent. Remove a card. What would I remove? Is there any of these that I never play? Not really. Rid of a Basic Strike, I guess. All right. One last fight. Snecko. All right. I used my... I used my artifact because then he's not going to cast Snecko's Eye on me, and it's going to make this fight like crazy easy. What did that make free? Did I make anything free? Oh, defend. Now I got Shrug it off. Oh, that's right. Can't do Shrug because of Battle Trance. Hey, Hulk, how's it going? All right, we're going to Carnage. Gonna clash. Gonna headbutt you dead. All right, y'all. Vote on the last card for today, for this round. And then I'm going to get Brian J up in here. I'm going to get some stuff set up. And then we'll be back for Wrestle Time, which I'm very excited for. Very excited indeed. This is a powerful run, y'all. I gotta say, y'all have been very good to me today. I'm glad I bought Mummified Hand at the beginning of the game because I had no idea we were going to make the memeiest power run you've ever seen. Fire-breathing prices. It's great. I love it. What did you get? Another Twin Strike? What was that? Yeah, another Twin Strike. Cool. All right, we're going to go here. We're going to rest before the boss fight. I probably could have smithed, like, no problem, but, you know. And we are going to stop there. Okay, we're going to save and quit. We're not abandoning the run, so we can continue from there next time. Nobody ever takes Sword Boomerang? You want to see it once? Oh, Sword Boomerang's great. It actually works very well on a... Angie, that's perfect. It actually works very well on a strength run. Okay, we're going to quit out of this. We're going to go to the home screen. Let's turn on some tunes. So... Oh. Let's move up. There we go. Chilled back. So, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to put up the, starting soon screen. And then I'm going to get Brian J in. We're going to mess up with a couple of things in order to make sure that everything is looking good for when we're streaming. And then we're pretty much going to be doing like a Wrestling Talk podcast kind of deal. We'll be talking to y'all in chat if you have any questions or anything like that. I know a lot of y'all are not wrestling fans, but Rat, like you say, you're just down to see the passion about it, and that's what I love. You guys are so supportive of all kinds of nerdliness. So, give me a little bit. I'm going to go do all that stuff, and then we'll be back in a little bit talking about wrestling. Okay, y'all. See you in a bit. Bye!
Hello. I'm Brian J, the official Twitch bowtie guy. How you guys doing today? Ooh. Oh, was there wrestling stuff that happened recently? No audio.
Oh, I guess I didn't unmute myself. Hello, I thought I hit the button. Well, it's the Brian J. You synced it.
Hello.
Professionals. All right, so I'm going to change this to also Twitch IRL, because we're IRL now. This is what we do in real life.
Oh, no. I think this is technically my first IRL stream ever.
Mine too. It's a first.
Nice.
It's a first for everything. All right, so how is it going? Sound? Yeah, we good? Are we good? Can you hear it? How does Brian sound in comparison to my loud voice?
Am I rich and monaural?
I hope so. Monaural. All right. Doing well, Dunk. Doing well.
Hey, Dunk.
Looks like it's good. All right. The following contest is scheduled for a broadcast. Indeed,
Yes, exactly.
Wolfman. Okay. So,
Bring up the cards that we're talking about.
yes, and I have a list over here as well. So, y'all, for those of y'all who don't know, Brian and I are huge wrestling fans. We are actually going to be, this upcoming weekend, going to... Sound is good, music is loud. Okay, cool. I will turn that down, because we don't want too loud musics. So this weekend, we're going to be going to a live wrestling show up in Seattle. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Brian, have you been to Defy before?
I've been to actually every single Defy show.
Oh, okay. So Brian is a
I'm a
veteran.
regular there.
So you're like a legit Swerve fan. I've never seen Swerve in action.
Really? Oh
yeah.
my god, he's amazing.
I heard that he's actually on... is he on Lucha Underground?
Yeah, he wrestles there as Kill Shot. Where He's in
Gotcha.
a mask for some reason.
Right. Well, I mean, same thing as Ricochet, right?
I get. Yeah, actually, most of it, and Jeff Cobb.
And Jeff Cobb,
a
yeah.
lot of people. Right?
All like the best wrestlers in the world. They go to Lucha. They put on a mask, like the if you notice the design I have around the edge here.
That is a really cool design. Where did you get that?
I got it from the guy's name is Anthony Brassard. I'm gonna write this down because I want to message him later. Anthony Brassard over at the Noun Project, which is a website where they're trying to create icons that people can use.
Cool.
That represent things. So you can like Google search for like an icon and it's there.
Oh man, I gotta look into that. That sounds awesome.
The Noun Project.
I am writing that down too.
Yes. So, anyway, y'all. So we're both big wrestling fans, and this weekend was a huge wrestling weekend. And
Massive.
in a couple of minutes, we're going to be on the front page of Twitch. So for those of y'all who are, not wrestle fans, I get it. But we're going to be talking wrestling because that's what the promotion is about. That's why we're going to be on the front page. All right, I turned
Hulk
Brian up a little bit. Go
Hulk
ahead.
asks if we're gonna be fighting.
We might.
Yes?
We might.
Yeah.
I mean, on Friday we're gonna
We'll
go
think about
to
it.
the wrestling show, and then we will fight live in
I
that ring.
will fight
We
you
will
for that
stream it.
jacket. I will fight you for that jacket.
I'm bringing it. It is.
Oh my god, I am so. For those of you who didn't see, Price got a vintage
I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna
WCW
go get
leather
it.
jacket.
It's not leather. It's pleather.
Close enough. It is amazing, and I need it. Hello? Uh-oh. Price is gone. It's just me. I can't handle the pressure.
It is legitimately the poofiest jacket I've ever owned. Like, just look how poofy I am, y'all.
It's
Look at this.
so cool.
Here's
Doesn't
this.
it say- it
Legitimately,
says where the big boys play.
where the big
It's
boys play.
perfect.
And legit, when I saw the Thunder logo, I was like, nobody puts the WCW Thunder logo on a jacket except for Eric Bischoff. That fool. That fool. So anyway, this is my wicked jacket that Brian's going to kill me for. So if I do disappear
I
up
want
in
it.
Seattle, you know it's him. The classic WCW logo.
Worth
it. But yeah.
I don't have that, but somewhere, I think it still might be at my parents' house. I have an old school WCW Nitro hat
Nice.
that I have to get.
You got to get that, man.
Yeah.
See if you can get them to send it out to you or something like that before you come down to Portland for the other Defy show.
Oh my god, yeah. They're running a whole bunch of shows all over the area.
Yeah.
They're running one in Spokane and one in Montana in the next couple weeks.
It looks like they're basically going to do the whole West Coast, which is kind of cool because wrestling is
Great.
usually like an East Coast thing when it comes to where all the promotions are. It's usually like the East Coast or in the South. So for us to finally have, a large enough size promotion running around, it's no Ring of Honor.
Their last show drew like at least 600 people. It was packed.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm intrigued. The venue that they picked for Portland is not a very big venue, so I'm intrigued to see how that's gonna fit many people.
They're probably wanting to play it safe for their first time down there.
For their first tour, yeah, maybe so.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, should we go ahead and jump on into the talking about the Wrastles?
Sure, and I guess we start with what ended up being the best show of the weekend, which was Takeover New Orleans.
Yes, and just like as a general. Before we get into the specifics, what were your thoughts on this WrestleMania weekend just overall?
Overall, I love WrestleMania weekend because it's not just become, WrestleMania, it's become this celebration of wrestling. So now we have stuff like, we have all this, yes, but now we have all these companies coming in. Then we have, Matt Riddle running his Bloodsport show. A wrestling show where they didn't have ropes and it's submission only and knockout only. And then we have like Joey Janela's Spring Break, which is a comedy show at midnight.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I think I've heard of it though. Yeah.
There was a match between Pierre-Carl Ouellet and Walter that people are raving about.
Okay.
And also, they had their own mini Royal Rumble that was won by the Invisible Man.
That's kind of incredible.
Yeah. It's basically every year now he does a big comedy show and everyone just goes and, laughs at it and then goes to bed. And it's
nice.
Great.
And then also there was
this was
the Super Card of Honor
weekend.
Super Card of Honor happened this weekend. The Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah,
show.
I actually didn't follow much of what happened. I heard that was a pretty good show.
Yeah, I've heard great things. Obviously, it was Kenny versus Cody in the one of the main events because they also had their championship match, which was Dalton Castle versus the villain Maisco. So overall, I mean, even just for indie shows and stuff, huge deal. Dunk said we are on the front page. So hello, people of the front page. Welcome to Stump Gamers.
Greetings.
My name is Price. I am joined by my good friend this way, that way, the Brian J. All of his
guy of Twitch. Hello.
Socials are down there. We're huge wrestling fans. We don't usually talk wrestling, but for today, special occasion after WrestleMania weekend, we thought let's give it a try. And who knows? Maybe we'll talk more wrestling in the future. So, yes, you did hear Bloodsport, Meow Boss, but it's not actual Bloodsport. It's different.
It's not actual Bloodsport, but it's sort of Bloodsport-y.
Yeah. Like the movie Bloodsport. Like, meant to look like the movie Bloodsport,
The gimmick of the show is they take a wrestling ring and they take away the ropes, and every match is more MMA style.
Yeah. Well, and that's Matt Riddle all the way.
Of course. Matt Riddle's great, by the way.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait. I cannot wait because he's at the Portland show, right? Is that the one he's going to be at?
Oh, he is? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's on the poster. I mean, obviously, card subject to change. But, man, my brother and I, we are huge Matt Riddle fans. I cannot wait.
He's great.
He's the future,
so
man.
Great.
He's the future. So, WrestleMania weekend overall, NXT TakeOver and WrestleMania, both great shows, I would say, for the most part. Especially compared to the past 2-3 years,
Yeah. WrestleMania was a great show, but it did have some not as great moments. But overall, I enjoyed the show.
I'm gonna partake in some gimmick infringement here, but it had some real WTF moments. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like for real. But
especially in the 24 hours after WrestleMania, which we can get to later.
Yes, the Raw after Mania. But let's go and we'll talk about it when we get there.
There's so much to talk about.
But let's talk about possibly one of the greatest wrestling shows that WWE has put out ever. NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
I would argue this was the best TakeOver. At least up there. This was great.
Exactly. Like in my head, I'm like racking my brain, like overall as a show. Every single match, in my opinion, exceeded expectations. Mm-hmm. And, you've got NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 1, 2, and 3 are all fantastic takeovers, but each one of them had like a match or two where you're like, Not on this one. You gotta watch it.
The thing about TakeOver is that the bar is always set so high because they're always such good shows.
Yes. And man, it was... I'll say this before we even get into TakeOver New Orleans. What got me back into wrestling, because I've only been back into watching wrestling for the past, I'd say 3, maybe 4 years.
Oh, really?
And what got me back into it was NXT. Like, I think it was WrestleMania.
I know a lot of people who are like that.
And I think that, what was the WrestleMania with Sting? Was it 30 or 31?
31. The one with Sting was 31, because that's the one where Rollins won the main event.
Yes.
And it was crazy.
So I think the Survivor Series or the Royal Rumble prior to that was when I got back into, like, I was like, all right, I'll watch the big shows because Sting's there, and finally Sting's in WWE. Let's see what they do with him.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Well, I've pretty much been a fan since... I remember the first night I ever watched wrestling was back in '98, where they had this famous storyline where Undertaker and Kane broke Vince McMahon's ankle. Mm-hmm. And the next week was the famous, Austin attacks him in the hospital gimmick.
Right!
So that was like my first introduction to wrestling. So I've pretty much been watching almost nonstop since then. I love wrestling.
Yeah, my brother and I, it's one of those ones where my brother and I, when we were young, like when we were little kids, he was big into like, Macho Man and Hogan and like that whole era. And I probably got into it around Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart and Razor Ramon kind of taking the reins in like 93, 94, 95. And I watched it all through the Attitude Era up until like 2001 or 2002. And I just kind of started losing interest. It was like right around the Invasion I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, the Invasion kind of drove a lot of people away. My brother was watching roughly around the same time. Shoutouts to the Russell J.
Oh, the Russell J.
And I'm actually flying home to Chicago in a couple months because he and I are actually going to the next takeover.
Oh, dude, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
Money
of
in
you
the
right
Bank the next night.
Oh man, one of these years, you, me, your brother, and my brother, we're all gonna go see WrestleMania together live. It's gonna happen.
Hell yeah!
I'm calling now.
Next one in New Orleans we'll go because I have a friend who was down there for the weekend, and just like at 2 a.m. he would text me like in all caps, "Matt Hardy is here," and he's touching my friend's face.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So that's our history of wrestling. That's where we come into wrestling for it. So with NXT, with takeovers and whatnot, like it was the first takeover Brooklyn, I think, was what got me back into wrestling. And to see a show
back into.
To see a show at Takeover NOLA where you kind of go, they haven't even reached their peak because they've just made it even better. Just incredible. So let's go ahead and let's start talking about these matches. Real quick, if anyone has questions for Brian or Price, if you tag Stump Gamers, can make it easier for us to see. Yes, thank you, Dunk, for pointing that out to people. Also, 1,500 current viewers, buddy. That's a lot of people.
Oh my God.
If you love wrestling,
so many people.
Follow us. Both of our sets of information are down there. We would love to talk to you about wrestling. The Rock was a wrestler. Yes, Meow Boss.
Yes.
So, the first match of the night. Probably my most anticipated match of the night.
Oh my God, it was great. So, yeah, the first match was the ladder match for the first ever NXT North American Championship. Mm-hmm. It was EC3, Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, Ricochet, Adam Cole, and Velveteen Dream.
What a match. And what a group of dudes to throw into that match because, I think almost everyone shares this thought about that match, that like literally any one of those men could have won that match and we all would have been happy with the result.
Like the least interesting person to me who could have won that match would be Killian Dane, and even he would be a great choice.
Yeah, I love Killian Dane. I loved him as Damo on the Indies, and then
I never saw him on the Indies, and turns out he was great.
He was great. He was the first What Culture champion, I believe.
Oh, really?
When they did their WCPW, which is now Defiant Wrestling.
Yeah,
a little close on the gimmick infringement there.
Yeah, they've talked about that a couple times live on the shows. But this was also Ricochet's debut. Yes,
and I think I would have loved to have seen more out of him in the match, but it was still showing him off.
I think he did. I mean, literally the first thing he did was a shooting star press to the floor, which was pretty good way to introduce you.
Yeah. Hey guys, by the way, I know you've heard that I can high fly, but let me show you. I'm gonna do a backflip off of a friggin' ladder.
This was also EC3's debut, but he's
Yes.
probably a lot more familiar to people on TV.
Yes. Because for those of y'all who don't know, EC3, Ethan Carter III, which I don't know what they're going to say his name means now, he was big time in TNA, Impact Wrestling. What was it for a little while? GFW, something like that?
Yeah, briefly GFW. And there's a very long story behind
Yes,
that.
the whole TNA Impact thing is just bonkers. But EC3 coming in, I was really excited to see him. I thought he did a great job. He's a guy, it seems like his big thing is charisma.
Oh, yeah.
Like
He's good in the ring, too. But he is all about character.
He did some great moments. I loved it when he threw up the Bay and Adam Cole was just like incensed. Just like, how dare you?
He looked great. Lars Sullivan, I have fallen in love with this guy. He is so great.
The thing
He's
about
just this big, scary guy, and he's so good at it.
The thing about him is that weird combination of he doesn't do the standard giant Haas bruiser thing where he's just like, I'm gonna crush you, but instead he'll be like, I am Lars Sullivan and I am the most intelligent in-ring worker in the history of this
the gimmick
business.
is he's an intelligent monster, but he looks like an unfrozen caveman.
He really does. Like, just massive hands, massive body, like everything about him. You kind of go, somebody went into the character creator and like stretched all the sliders as far as they could.
Mauro Ranallo put it best. He's a Jack Kirby illustration brought to life.
Yes, and I think that that's 100% the case.
So, yeah, everyone in this match was great, but I gotta talk about Velveteen Dream for a second.
Go for it.
I would argue Velveteen Dream is the best guy in NXT. There are some great guys in NXT. He's certainly... The thing that I think puts him over the top is that he has such a great grasp on how to be an over-the-top character and make it work. He has great promos. He has great matches. He has a great character. He's like 22, so he's only going to get better.
He's 22 years old.
Every time this guy wrestles, I'm in awe. Absolute awe.
He is incredibly impressive in what he's capable of doing, and I totally agree. Like, he is one of their best wrestlers, and I think the only reason that they didn't strap the rocket on him with the title is because he is 22, and he's so over that they don't need to give him that title right now. He could go. The only worry that I have for him, I would like to know, do you share this concern? Do you worry about him going to the main roster?
It's a little early to start worrying about that, but really jumping from the NXT to the main roster has been bad for a lot of people. So, I mean, I guess we'll have to see what happens, but I have a feeling they're going to keep him in NXT for at least another year. I hope so.
Yeah. I hope that Triple H recognizes Velveteen's talent and is like, I want to hold on to him because I'm so worried that Vince is going to see this gimmick and turn it into something just like awful.
Well, there was an interview with Triple H just before TakeOver where he was asked, like, who has improved the most in NXT? You know, who do you see as the top feature stars? And he singled out Adam Cole, Lars Sullivan, and Velveteen Dream as like the most improved.
I don't disagree with him there. I mean, I think that Adam Cole, I'm a huge fan. Clearly, I'm a huge fan. I love Adam Cole, baby. But the transition between the Indies to the WWE style, I feel like he was almost wrestling a WWE style in the Indies.
He always has. Yeah, he's always been ready.
Exactly. And so for him to finally be in the WWE and basically like to have all the camera angles and the storytelling and all the promos and everything that just are so, he's able to like craft them.
Yeah,
it's wonderful.
He's so great. But yeah, the actual match, there's too many like moments to talk about. Lars Sullivan slammed Velveteen Dream through EC3 through a ladder. Then Killian Dane slammed Adam Cole through Ricochet through a ladder.
He didn't slam. He did a. Didn't he do a senton?
Yeah, he did like something like that.
He did it. So imagine this, y'all. Imagine. So EC3 is laying on a ladder, and then Ricochet is laying on top of him, and then Killian Dane, who must weigh like 300 pounds-ish,
At least.
jumps over the rope, I think, and does a senton, so he lands on his back on both of those guys, cracking them through a ladder. Dude.
That looked like it sucked.
Yes.
For everyone involved.
One moment that I think might have been a slight botch, but actually ended up looking incredible, was when Lars was climbing the ladder to try and get the title, and Ricochet jumps from the ropes onto his back, and the ladder cracks underneath Lars's weight. You could tell that like they were both like, what just happened?
It worked because it made it look like Lars was literally buried under ladders, and that's why he couldn't do it. But
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those botches where it's like, oh, okay, that ended up better than expected. So everyone's going nuts. That's like, that was like the end of the match because everyone's going nuts that Ricochet's going to win. And then out of nowhere, Adam Cole tips over the ladder. Ricochet tumbles to the floor, and Adam Cole scurries up and grabs what I do need to point out is an absolutely gorgeous belt.
The NXT North American Championship is one of the best looking belts they've had in a long time.
So cool.
And it looks like a classic
it's
belt.
a total throwback belt. Hang on, can I link an image to it in your chat?
Yeah, go for it. I'm going to see if I can find one and actually post it in the view. Yeah, we'll do this real quick.
Yeah, if you can do that, that'd probably be a little better, actually.
I'm just going to do
But
this.
yeah, the match was absolutely insane. If you haven't seen it, you should go out of your... If you haven't seen this show, you should go out of your way to see it. It is... Like, just the opener made it worth the money. It is... There's too much for us to recap. There we go.
So that's the belt.
Cool
that's the belt right there. It's pretty cool. It has that classic look, that circular design in the center. It's not too over the top, but I love it. A lot of people hate it. I love it. I think it looks great.
Hang on, Captain Farisloth has a question.
Oh.
If anyone has a question in chat, just say at Stumped Gamers and say the question, and we'll get to it.
Yep. And after, or you can also do at the Brian J as well.
Yep, either one of us.
So just whenever, go ahead and do it, and we'll do our best to see them in chat. Yeah, isn't that a great belt? So
It really is.
overall, though, all the dudes got their time. They all looked absolutely incredible coming out of that match, every single one of them.
Yeah, no one looked bad. I don't think anyone looked the best, although personally I think Velveteen Dream did, but that's just because I'm a huge fan of him.
Yeah. Captain Furrysloth asked, what do you think about the latest boxing match from YouTube with KSI and Joe Weller? I don't know anything about that stuff. I heard...
Yeah, I do not watch boxing at all.
Yeah, boxing's not my thing. I like fake fighting. But mostly for me, like, I do think that, like, part of what I love about wrestling is, like, the storytelling. I think of it like comic books. And so with boxing, with MMA and stuff like that, I don't really watch a lot of that because it lacks a little bit of that, because it's more direct. It's like, I am going to fight you. TP Fatal...
And, yes, I was just about to point that out. Velveteen Dream hit an elbow drop from the top of a ladder, which is the Purple Rainmaker. So amazing.
It was
looked very painful.
It's from so high up. I was worried for him. And the thing
yeah.
about Velveteen is he's so tall and he has such long arms and legs that when he does that elbow, he looks like he is so much higher up in the air. Like, it's incredible. Oh man. Any last thoughts on the ladder match, or do you want to move on to the next one?
Not really. I think we covered everything.
Yeah. We spent a long time talking about that match because it was one of the best matches of the night. I mean, so good. We'll move on.
Be basically talking about each match in terms of importance. So
the
more important the match is, the longer we're going to talk about it. So we'll be talking about the main event of TakeOver for 10
years. Yeah. So the women's title match.
Yeah, women's title. Ember Moon defending against Shayna Baszler. Mm-hmm. I would argue this was the worst match on the show in that it was still really, really great.
Yeah, I mean, you're comparing, like, 5-star matches to a 4.75-star match, right? Like, I mean, it was still great. I still loved it. Go ahead.
It was so great. This match was this was probably the only problem I would say I had with TakeOver, and that is the opening match was so great that the crowd was kind of burnt out for the next couple matches. Again, nothing wrong with the actual wrestlers, but they were sort of quiet, but they did get into this match.
Yeah. And I think that Chimp Girl's got a great question for us. We'll answer that in a little bit. What's your favorite match of all time? Let's remember that one.
Okay.
It's a hard one to answer. I'll probably have several answers. But
yeah, seriously.
So the women's title match, I think that overall my feeling on this is, I am a huge Ember Moon fan. I have been ever since she debuted. I actually, when they signed her, I watched a couple of her matches online. There's a great ladder match that she had with a wrestler named Hanaya the She-Wolf. It's on YouTube. You can go and find it. I think it was in Shimmer. It was just a ladder match, like a crazy ladder match. They were just like annihilating each other. Like if you want to see Ember go to town on somebody, Athena Rose, I think was her name, versus Hanaya the She-Wolf.
Yep, here it is. I will watch that later.
Yeah. But
and saved.
This match was such... I've heard a lot of people compare it this way, and I think that this is an accurate representation. It was a comparison of styles. It was a high-flying wrestling style versus a ground-and-pound MMA submission style, and that was the story of the fight. Was Ember's trying to do all these big moves to take out Shayna, and Shayna is like reversing them into some kind of submission, and man... They really took it to each other. This was probably their best match against one another, in my opinion.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. They both looked great. I loved the spot where they sold it like Shayna had popped her arm out of her socket and she had to push it back in using the turnbuckle. Although, from people who were there in the crowd live, they apparently didn't get that spot. Commentary kind of had to explain that.
Really? Because I understood when I saw her slamming her shoulder. I was like, oh, okay, she's pulling like I dislocated my shoulder thing.
Yeah.
But live, it might be harder to see that, like, the reason for that was because Ember did the stomp on the elbow that Shayna usually does.
It was just a really, really good match. I think that at the end, Ember didn't tap out, right? She passed out.
She passed out. Right, and that's which I thought was also great because it makes Ember look strong because she fought for a long time in that choke. What was it? The Kirifuda clutch? Is that what it was?
Yeah, Kirifuda clutch. It's just like a modified choke.
Yeah. And so Shayna had her in that, and Ember fought for a long time. They were rolling around on the ground, Ember trying to escape, and then eventually, she passed out. And that goes so well for Shayna going forward. Because of her whole saying, what is it? They either tap, nap, or snap, right?
Yeah.
Like that's her thing. So the fact that she made the former NXT Women's Champion pass out is pretty awesome.
It's awesome. And I guess we kind of know why she lost the belt, because 2 nights later, she debuted on Raw.
Exactly. And
Ember Moon did.
Boy, am I excited.
And we'll probably touch on that. I don't think we'll spend too much time talking about Raw, but...
Yeah.
She debuted and place went absolutely nuts for her.
And so, overall, women's match was fantastic. A great continuation of the women in NXT just being incredible.
Again, it's worst match of the night only by default. On any other show, it would probably be like, oh yeah, that was match of the night. This was great.
Yeah, and I feel like even saying that, it's just kind of like there was no bad match of that show. It's a perfect show.
No.
It's a perfect show. Watch the whole show.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next one because we're spending a lot of time on NXT and we got a huge Mania card to talk about as well. Although NXT is more important.
Yes.
So why don't you run down the next match for us?
Next match was the triple threat match for both the NXT Tag Team Championship and the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Trophy. It was Authors of Pain, Akam and Razar, versus the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong, versus the Undisputed Era, which was supposed to be Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, or Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, I should say, who are the champs. But because Bobby Fish got injured, Adam Cole had to pull double duty.
Yes, and it was the Freebird rules as they go.
Yeah.
And man, did it play into it so well.
Well, what I like is that because Adam Cole was obviously, exhausted, he spent most of the match on the floor, but they couldn't just take him out. They had to put the poor guy through another table just to be like, okay, now you're out of the match.
Exactly. But that was brilliant because they took Adam Cole out early on, and you're like, okay, Kyle O'Reilly's going to really have to put in double duty. And I got to say, what a great showing for Kyle O'Reilly, who I feel like in NXT hasn't been given a lot of time to stand out.
Yeah, but this was like his best showing yet.
It was so good. I absolutely loved everything he did. He has such great expressions in his face, and he over emotes all the time.
Yeah, to the point where you get into him because he's over emoting, and he's awesome in the ring.
Yeah, he can do some stuff. Like his strikes, because he has an MMA background, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And then he was in Ring of Honor for a while. Really talented guy. And so, he's coming into NXT with a lot of history. And
he actually started in the business like right at the exact same time Adam Cole did.
Oh, is that why they're besties?
They've kind of always been linked together. They teamed for years in Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
They feuded in PWG. They've had all sorts of interactions, and now they're teaming again together.
Yeah, and they had a great antagonistic feud in Ring of Honor as well.
Oh, yeah.
Where Kyle O'Reilly took the title off of Adam Cole at one point, I think, or vice versa.
It was something like that.
And that might have been when Adam Cole became the first 3-time ever Ring of Honor champion.
Ben says, I think Triple H wants Adam Cole to become the face of WWE, and I could see that given the way they're mega pushing him, and it would be a good choice.
Well, and here's, not to get too... Well, let's finish talking about this match because of what happens at the end, and then I'll give my future thoughts.
It's pretty much nonstop action. Authors of Pain have turned into a great big man tag team. They're, especially because they both have legit wrestling backgrounds.
And MMA.
MMA.
Razar was the Albanian Psycho or something like that.
Yeah, he was in Bellator, and Akam was I believe he was in the Olympics. No, he was not, but he has he has a significant background in amateur wrestling.
That's right. Yeah. So they're both real fighters, like legit fighters.
Yeah. So tags pretty much got thrown out the window immediately. It was a pretty short match, all things considered. Only about 10 minutes, I think. But,
really?
It
felt so much longer than that just because of how intense it was.
But they did all sorts of crazy spots. Pete Dunne and Strong working well together. Mm-hmm. And then at the very end, Pete Dunne hits the bitter end, covers him, and then Roderick Strong, dastardly heel this whole time, stomps on Pete Dunne, then takes him out with the end of Heartache, drags Kyle O'Reilly on top of him. Undisputed Era not only retain the belts, but win the tournament that they were never even a part of. And
Adam Cole gets up and gets into the ring completely perplexed. Yeah. And Roddy takes his Undisputed Era armband off of him and puts it on himself. We have a full heel turn. Roderick Strong is now a part of Undisputed Era. I am losing my mind. I was so excited. It was so great. And what I love, Roderick Strong is a fantastic wrestler. And
my God, he's so good.
From everything I've heard from people who watched Roddy on the indies, is that if you like him as a face, you have no idea how incredible he is as a heel.
I've seen him as a heel. He is amazing.
I cannot wait. And so now that we've talked about the ending of that match, here's my prediction. All right? Roddy is going to challenge Pete Dunne for the UK title again and win it. He's going to get that belt. Undisputed Era, everyone in there is going to be carrying gold because they're undisputed, all right? And then either one of two things happens. Either Adam Cole challenges Aleister Black for the, spoilers, for the NXT title and gets it, and then Aleister just gets fast-tracked up to the main roster because they're going to keep on pulling all kinds of shenanigans. And then they'll have literally all of the gold.
I wouldn't mind that.
Or B, they're going to ride it out in NXT for another 6 to 8 months, maybe a year, and they're going to go up to the main roster all together, and they're going to just destroy everything. They're going to be like the new NWO. Like, they're just going to come in and just, wreck with everything.
We'll sort of see where things go, because tomorrow is the next NXT taping.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it would be insane if they showed up now. But also, I would not be shocked if Adam Cole's like, yeah, we're just going to go to SmackDown, and we're going to take all those titles, too.
It could happen.
Yeah.
I mean, SmackDown is later tonight. That could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I just doubt it's going to happen that early.
Yeah. No, I think we've got until at least Survivor Series. Survivor Series would be a perfect time to bring them in if you wanted to, because you have the whole tag team kind of component to it. And so you could have them kind of sneak their way up in there and then win some kind of huge match there. Ben said, dude, Undisputed is going to recruit someone like Bianca Belair and have the women's champ too. They can just reign over everyone.
That's a great choice.
Legitimately, I assumed they were going to just try and get Shayna, because Shayna fits Undisputed in the fact that like she would be the most intimidating person in their squad, but like her look and her style and everything I feel like fits with Undisputed. But they also had Taynara Conti with them on a couple of indie shows or live shows.
1 week thing.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I think they would just they grabbed the first person they could find and try to convince her to take out Nikki Cross.
Right. Okay, let's power rank. Again, gimmick infringement. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Who would of the women's roster would you like to see join Undisputed Era?
Honestly, Bianca Belair probably is number 1 for me.
She's pretty fantastic.
She is great for someone who's been wrestling for a year, and probably number 2 on the list. It's hard to say this because she's such a great face, but I love Dakota Kai.
Oh, I would love that. I love Dakota. She's too babyface, though. There's no way. But those kicks, man. Sick kick city. They could also get what I think would be incredible, but this is, has to do with some other external things. Jazzy Gabert from the Mae Young Classic. She recently had her surgery.
Yeah.
And so she's healing up. But I think that she could be incredible to come in and just stomp for that title. Like to have Adam Cole be like, oh, and don't worry, we're coming for that women's title too. And then bring out Jazzy Gabert. That would be wonderful.
That would be great.
Yeah. And then plus that helps because I think that whenever you have somebody coming from another country who maybe is not the best at English, it's always good to have them in a stable with people who can kind of like carry that for him. And Adam Cole can speak for literally anybody and put them over 1,000,000 times.
Yeah. Well, if we want to move on to the next match.
Yeah, let's do it.
Next match was for the NXT Championship. It was Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega defending against Aleister Black. And I almost feel like there's so little to say about this match because it was just so great. You kind of have to see it.
Chimp Girl, we'll talk about Raw a little bit later. We're starting with the NXT stuff. Yeah, no, totally. I think that the story of this match was Zelina Vega helping to interfere on Almas's behalf throughout the match. Aleister is just incredible. And I mean, honestly, Almas, the fact that like they're giving him time now to wrestle, and when he gets time to wrestle, he's so good.
Well, like I remember him like a year ago. He had just come in. He would come out with like his stupid hat and suspenders and have like 4-minute matches.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't see what's so cool about this guy. And now he's like one of the best guys on the roster. He is so great.
I am a huge Andrade fan. I got my CN shirt over there.
Oh, nice.
But
very nice.
He's incredible, and so I love that he has been given his time in the spotlight. But overall, the way the match ended, Zelina Vega interfered one too many times. She went to jump to hit Aleister, but Aleister moved out of the way. Zelina landed in Almas's arms, and that gave Aleister enough time to hit that black mass and knock Almas down. 1, 2, 3. Aleister Black is your new NXT champion. That's awesome.
It was inevitable because he is so great.
Yep.
But the match really was, again, go watch this match. Go watch this whole show, really.
Yes.
It really was a great match. They played off each other really well. Both guys are over. Aleister Black is fantastic. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if Almas moves on to the main roster in the next couple weeks.
Tonight.
Maybe even tonight. Yeah, maybe even tonight.
I think he might show up tonight. And if he doesn't show up tonight, but I think he will because I feel like they treat former champions in NXT as a big deal. So they're like, that's why Ember got her coronation like last night essentially, and I think that with Almas it'll be a similar thing on SmackDown. He'll fit really well on SmackDown.
My predictions for tonight are Almas, Sanity, and Iconic Duo.
I agree.
All on SmackDown.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
And I cannot tell you how much I love the Iconic Duo.
They're so great, and I think that's why they haven't been on TV as much lately is because they're like, we're putting them on Raw very soon. And I love that Peyton got her moment in the Women's Battle Royal. They had that NXT moment. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But overall, NXT Championship match, solid outing between Aleister and Almas, the end to a feud that's gone for the past, 4 months, maybe 6 months. It's been good.
Yeah.
It's been a good feud. Good title winners. Almas versus Ziggler incoming, says Tetchy.
No Ziggler, please.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I love Ziggler, but man, oh man, he's just misused.
That makes one of us. I am not a Ziggler fan at all.
Here's my thing about Ziggler. I think he's an incredibly talented wrestler, and I think that if he were given the opportunity, he could do very well. But I think I don't think that WWE believes in Dolph Ziggler, but they know he's at that mid-card level where they'll just let it. They're like, yeah, you're going to continue to fill this role. You're in 10 years, you're going to still be here in the exact same role. He's like gold dust.
Basically.
So,
oh boy. Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa, unsanctioned. If anyone doesn't know the backstory of this match,
this is the
quick recap.
Go ahead and do the recap in a second, but I just want to say this is potentially the greatest feud. It is going to go down as one of the greatest feuds in the history of wrestling. This is probably one of my favorite feuds of all time. Please let us know, Brian, what happened here.
The backstory to this is they both indie guys. Both guys wrestled on the indies, came into WWE, started tagging under the name DIY, immediately got really popular. Everyone loved them, won the tag titles, had some amazing matches. They finally lost the belts and then had their big rematch for the belts. They lost that. They were doing the whole, the usual NXT send-off is that they keep the cameras on them and they just sort of follow them as the crowd cheers. Everyone's going nuts. At that moment, Tommaso Ciampa heel turns and beats the hell out of Gargano.
So, let me interject
that was like
there.
A year ago.
Yeah, let me interject there because that was in response to Tommaso Ciampa getting a real-life injury where he tore his ACL or something like that. So he had to get surgery, and he was going to be off the shelf for like 8 months. And basically they're like, well, look, we're a tag team. You're leaving. We're going to have to do something about this, right? And so what a brilliant idea to be like, we're just going to fast forward this feud. We're going to just go ahead and heel turn now at the peak of DIY's popularity.
James Games TV says it will go down as one of, if not the best rivalries of the past 10 years.
Easily.
No question about that.
Yeah. So continue.
Fast forward, Tommaso Ciampa, a couple nights after that happened, came out, cut his heel promo, said, I'm going to be gone a while, but when I come back, I'm going to destroy Gargano. A couple weeks later, Gargano returns and says, you know what, I have to move past this and just be me. Gargano gets a push in NXT.
Yep.
He is doing amazing, but they're kind of playing up the fact that there's his unfinished business with Ciampa is preventing him from making it, even bigger than he is. Eventually, Gargano has a title match against Andrade Cien Almas. He loses. It's a really amazing match. And then afterwards, Ciampa returns and whacks him with the crutch.
Oh, and before that, and this was brilliant. This is why NXT is so much better than the main roster WWE. Before that, when Tommaso, there's no way he could come out and do anything. They used the feud that Johnny had with Andrade Almas and Zelina Vega as a stepping stone in this story by having, when Johnny Gargano is about to take out the current NXT champion, Zelina Vega throws an old DIY shirt at him. She throws a shirt at him and he looks at it and it's like it takes him back to all those moments and his best friend that he lost and all of this stuff, and then boom, almost takes him down. Ooh.
So they played that up. Gargano went nuts and said, I am issuing one more challenge to Almas. If I win, I'm the champ. If you win, I'll leave NXT. They had another great match, and this time, Ciampa interfered and cost Johnny the match.
Yep.
For a couple weeks, Ciampa comes out trying to cut a promo and gets booed out of the building, and it's awesome. Then Johnny starts attacking him from the crowd, and it all builds to this unsanctioned match, where the gimmick is, if Ciampa wins, Gargano is gone forever. He can't ever even show up in NXT.
Or WWE or anywhere.
Yeah, or anywhere.
Like, it's really. Like he's like, he officially becomes one of those people, like if he comes into the building, he's going to be arrested. That, like a restraining order kind of situation.
And if Gargano wins, he's reinstated. Mm-hmm. And so this was the main event, and what followed was essentially a masterclass in how to tell a story and finish a feud.
It, like, legitimately, I feel like I want WWE, for the sake of people who don't watch wrestling, I want them to release like a DVD special that is just like the ballad of Gargano and Ciampa, that just runs through all of that stuff. Because as incredible as this match was, like this is one of earlier we got the question, what's your favorite match of all time? This is definitely in that list. This is
it's
definitely
probably
in
my top 10 at least.
And it, with all of that backstory, and then with just how well they told the story in this match, it was incredible. The whole time I was on the edge of my seat.
Incredible.
I could not look away. I
almost feel like we shouldn't talk too much about the actual match itself. You have to see it.
You have to.
There were some crazy spots. There were some big moments. But it was mostly just them telling the story of their careers in this match.
Yeah. And their friendship. Like, you can see the reason that they're beating the absolute hell out of each other is because they love each other. Yeah.
Throwbacks to, they had a match in the Cruiserweight Classic years ago. Throwbacks to the way the feud it just went. And it's just absolutely amazing. And in the end, at the very end, one more amazing moment between the two that ends. Yeah, that I actually got goosebumps at the end of that match.
It was perfect. It was so perfect.
With Gargano choking out Ciampa for the tap out, getting his job back in NXT.
But how did he choke him out? What did he use to choke him out?
Well, there's some. I'm gonna say this. There is some stuff that happened beforehand that I'm not going to say.
Oh, okay.
Specifically, so people can go watch the match.
Experience
but
it.
He choked him out by grabbing the knee brace that Ciampa had been wearing and wrapping it around Ciampa's head in an STF-like move and just choking him out with that.
Yeah, it was like he was doing his move, the Gargano escape, which is very much the STF, but with a knee brace over but it's like, not only, again, I won't get too much into it because, like you said, I don't want to spoil too much, but the crutch comes back in. Like, all of these elements from throughout the story all become a part of this match, and it just becomes... It's transcendent. Like, it really is, like, one of the greatest wrestling matches of all time.
Without a doubt, the best match of the weekend. Yes. Easily the best match of the year.
Yeah.
I don't think anything will top it.
I cannot think of anything so far that has happened this year. I mean, we'll see if CM Punk shows up at All In. Maybe something will happen there, but...
I don't know if that's happening.
I don't know.
No, they did just announce Okada is going to All In.
Okada's going to be there, that's cool. I like that. So... That's NXT TakeOver.
TakeOver. Go watch it. It's a 3-hour investment that is worth your time.
Straight up. I know a lot of y'all out there, from Stumpland at least, are not wrestling fans, but you always ask me about it like you're kind of curious, you don't know, how you could get into it, or like that. If you're looking for a show to start watching wrestling, watch
That's a good one.
NXT TakeOver New Orleans. All of that story stuff that we just talked about, WWE creates these great... video packages that run through all the important story beats, and they'll play them right before the match. So if you're brand new to wrestling, they give you the whole story right before the match. And so it really helps you to be able to jump in. On these pay-per-views, that's how they work. So definitely, I couldn't think of a better starting point other than maybe TakeOver Brooklyn, the first one, because you got Finn, you got KO, you got a lot of the guys who are now huge stars on the main roster way back then. Sammy. So... With that said,
we move from that to a 97-hour WrestleMania. However long it was. I believe it was a
7 hours, 7.5 hours, something like that.
2-hour pre-show plus 5-hour main show, probably overrun. Which I'm sure some people in chat are wondering, that seems like a long time for a wrestling show, and you would be right.
It was very long.
It is too long. Too long. But pre-show, I can just sort of hit on these points. We can just sort of hit on the pre-show pretty quick. Matt Hardy won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
With
he is Woken Matt Hardy. Yep, Bray Wyatt ran in.
Assistance from the reincarnated Bray Wyatt, man.
Wonderful.
I came out of that lake, man. I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy, man.
It was basically every Battle Royal you've ever seen.
Yep, there was nothing special about it, but it was the very first match of WrestleMania, so you kind of expect that from it. But having Woken Wyatt, yeah, that was cool. The other two people at the end were Mojo Rawley and Baron Corbin, so the winners of the two previous Battle Royals, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But overall...
And I can't believe I'm saying Mojo Rawley and Cool in the same sentence.
I know, right? I will say this. He laid Zack Ryder out so hard in that match.
That was literally the best thing he's done in his career.
It was pretty great. It was pretty great.
And let's be honest, it might be the best thing he'll ever do in his career.
Yeah.
I am just not into Mojo.
No. Fechi says, "You now got the keys to the kingdom, Randy." Oh yeah, Randy, man.
I loved that video. That was so great. I love that.
So good.
Next up, Cedric Alexander beat Mustafa Ali for the Cruiserweight title. This was a good match. Not as good as the stuff we've been seeing lately on 205 Live, where Triple H is now running the show. And
not as good as the match, in my opinion, not as good as their match on Raw a couple weeks back. I thought that they gave them a little bit more time, and they had a little bit more fire in that Raw match.
But it was a good match. Cedric is going to be a great champ, although I was rooting for Mustafa Ali. It was good. I'm looking forward to how they start pushing 205 Live now without the tournament, but
yeah,
if you haven't been watching 205 Live, I've never seen a show go from so bad to so good so quickly. It
is really good. Like every time, I struggle with watching it every week just because there's so much wrestling, but every time I do, I'm like, why don't I watch this? It's so good.
If you haven't watched Buddy Murphy versus Kalisto.
Buddy Murphy is so good. I'm so happy. I know. Well, and then you kind of go like, because I saw Buddy Murphy live at an NXT show a couple years back, and that was back when, they were, I don't remember what they were called. There's just Murphy and... Blake and Murphy, right. And there was nothing that special about him, but I always remember being like, there's some of the moves he does look so fast and so intense that I was like, there's something there. And then now they've been letting him just go wild on 205, and I'm like, holy crap, Buddy Murphy's incredible.
He's incredible.
Let him do all the things, please.
Yeah.
And then solid cruiser match.
Yeah, nothing amazing. You're going to see much better stuff on the actual week-to-week show.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of the Cruiserweight Classic, 2 tournaments have been announced from WWE.
Yeah, a new UK tournament and Mae Young Classic 2.
Mae Young Classic 2. Super excited for both of those. Those are also great jumping on points for new wrestling fans. These tournaments are incredible. If you are interested in women's wrestling, check out the Mae Young Classic. Wonderful. And so many star-making performances there.
Oh, man.
And then the UK tournament, I cannot wait. That's going to be so good. Maybe we'll talk about that later if we got time. But anyway, I wanted to throw that out there because you mentioned the cruiserweights.
And then we had the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, which originally was called the Fabulous Moolah Memorial, but they changed the name.
Thank God.
Yeah. We won't go too much into this, but for those of you who don't know Fabulous Moolah, she was a very famous women's wrestler, but as time went on, we learned she's also just a horrible person.
Manipulated, exploited, like so many bad things to people, like just
really
stole their
awful
money.
stuff. I'm glad they changed the name.
Yeah.
Again, pretty standard battle royale. There were some cool spots. But
the NXT women getting their moment where the women from NXT all kind of knocked out all of the main roster women, and they got in the middle and they started chanting NXT, and all the fans of the audience. It's awesome to see an arena of nearly 80,000 people chanting NXT. Because NXT is always in those small little spots. You always wonder how well is that going to transfer to the big thing. But of course, on Mania weekend, everyone in that arena is a smark, so they're going to love NXT.
And it comes down to what we thought would be Bayley and Sasha, who had been feuding. Bayley throws Sasha out, but it turns out Naomi had been hiding, and Naomi eliminates Bayley to win.
Yep. Which, I'm not a huge fan of that as a tool for someone winning a match like that. I like them to be
agree, but Naomi's not the worst choice.
I love Naomi.
I like Naomi too.
I've been saying it and I love Naomi's someone who 4 years ago when I started watching wrestling again, I was like, why doesn't she get to wrestle more? She's obviously got talent, and she wrestles in a way that's so unique compared to everyone else that it's so fun to see her in the ring because she kind of has the dance move style that she adds to it because of her background.
Yeah.
And then, when she won the title and everything, I was super excited. So for her to win it, I'm like, she's a good winner. She's a good person to say Naomi won the first women's battle royal. Awesome. I'm totally cool with it. And the Bayley Sasha moment helps push that feud forward. So
I think they're having their match next week, and I really hope they give it time because that will be amazing.
I think it's going to be the first of many, and I think that SummerSlam is going to be there. Like they're going to do another Iron Man match. That's what I'm guessing.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah, because their first Iron Man match, one of my favorite wrestling matches as well. Incredible. Bayley and Sasha Iron Man match.
I love the Iron Man match, but I thought their TakeOver Brooklyn match was actually better than the Iron Man match.
Which, the TakeOver Brooklyn 1?
Yeah, the one where Bayley won the belt for the first time.
Right. That was incredible as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic match. I just love Iron Man matches. When we talk about our favorite matches, one will come up.
And that brings us to the main show.
The main show, the real show.
Yeah, by the way, the set for WrestleMania was so cool.
I loved it.
Super colorful,
the
super
mask.
exciting.
It was a masquerade mask with the big old spikes and stuff, and the color scheme was cool. Yeah, and I did like a couple of the entrances. They used the mask in a really intriguing way, and this is one of them. This first match is one of them.
Yeah, first match was The Miz defending the Intercontinental title in a triple threat against Seth Rollins and Finn Balor.
Three of the best wrestlers on the product right now.
Yes, it showed. It showed. All three had really cool entrances in very different ways.
Yep. So Seth, this is why I brought up the sign component to it. He looked like a freaking White Walker. He had blue contacts in, and everything was all like this icy blue kind of color to it. And he comes out, and there's even this like zombie face like on the mask behind him because it was like a projection, like it was like a screen, an LCD screen. And so he just had a very cool thing when he did the burn it down flames, and I was like, oh, we're getting pyro, it's back, yay!
And then everything turned to ice, and it's like, wait, no.
Yeah, come on. But so that was super cool.
Miz just had his classic spectacular entrance, and it was hilarious.
They used like the weird augmented reality thing with the camera.
So weird throughout the night, but I think I'm prepared to say I liked it.
It depended on which one, right? Because I liked it for The Miz. The Miz's was great. There was one later on that I just was not a fan of. I can't remember which one it was. But regardless,
it was a cool idea. And then Finn Balor went in a totally different direction than I expected, and a good direction. Mm-hmm. I was expecting him to bring out the demon face paint. Mm-hmm. Instead, he pushed the whole Balor Club for everyone by coming out with like rainbow logos and being accompanied by what they said was just members of the LGBT community in New Orleans, which is just totally awesome.
Super cool.
Completely awesome.
And the thing is he, WWE and Balor in particular have partnered with GLAAD. And so that shirt, that Balor for Everyone shirt, which I have got to get, a portion of those proceeds go to GLAAD or to awesome. Charities for LGBT individuals. So super cool. I love that they're doing stuff like that. I love it when WWE kind of gives back in some way. And I think that having Balor be like kind of the bridge between those two communities, bringing in and making people feel comfortable about being LGBT and being a fan of wrestling. I think it's great. Sonya Deville also, we didn't mention this, she was in the Battle Royal. Yeah. She was wearing rainbow. And I'm not going to talk about people's sexualities. If you're curious, you can look up there. But there are gay, lesbian, and bi wrestlers in the WWE, and I think that they're slowly starting to say, you know what? Let's embrace that, and let's have people who kind of represent those communities and represent them well. And I think Balor is a great choice for that because he's one of the best wrestlers in the world.
The match itself it's hard to remember any specific spots. It was just overall a very good match. Crowd was great opener.
You cut out for a second there. Say again.
Oh, can you?
You're good. You're good. Just you just cut out for a split second.
As I was saying, triple threat, just a really, really good match. Hard to pinpoint any specific spots, but they just all worked well together. Had a very fun match. Crowd was totally into everyone and everything in the match. And it ends with Seth Rollins hitting the stomp on both Balor and Miz one after the other.
Yeah.
To win the IC title for the first time.
And I'm not going to lie, I was shocked. I thought Balor had this one. It seemed like they were really pushing over the past couple of months that Balor was the guy they wanted to win that.
Well, I was sure Miz would retain.
So the reason I wasn't sure is because if he held it for one more day, he would break the record, right? For the longest total reign, right? Yeah. Something like that. But here's what's even better. is, now he can go on paternity leave because they just had a baby. And when he comes back and wins the title, he also breaks that record at the same time. So it does make it a bigger moment.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I think that, like, someone in the back was like, no, let's save this moment for SummerSlam or for Survivor Series, and it'll be an even bigger return. It'll be great.
But either way, putting the belt on Seth Rollins is always a good idea. He is pretty amazing. And everyone loved it.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of something that I would say this is probably one of the most discussed things at WrestleMania. People have been talking about this nonstop, so...
The next match?
I'm curious to talk about this. Yeah, the next match.
Okay.
Charlotte Flair versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. First off, it was a fantastic match. Probably, I'd say, tied for match of the night.
Yeah, it's one of my match of the nights, yeah.
It was absolutely great. They worked so well together. Charlotte won clean. She made Asuka tap out, and Asuka's, is it 2-year win streak?
Even longer. I mean, like, if you talk about...
I think it's over 2 years. Asuka has not lost in 2 years, and this was her first loss. Yeah,
and, I think that I was a little bit shocked that they ended her streak because they had been making such a big deal out of it. After the fact, I have come around to the idea that it was probably the good choice because it was the only thing her story was about was being the person with the streak.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't hurt Asuka to lose the streak at this point because she's so well established. And if you're gonna have a streak end, you have it end in a war like that.
And that was the thing. Like, they put on, we've talked about matches that have been absolutely fantastic this weekend. They put on an incredible match. Charlotte continues to be, to prove that, she belongs in her position towards the top of the women's division. And Asuka as well. They put on such a great show that they both showed off how great each of them are. And so for Asuka to lose her streak on the main stage at WrestleMania in what is potentially the match of the night, you can't do much better.
Yeah. Yeah, not much to talk about there. It was just a great match.
The other thing I'll say, the entrance for Charlotte was incredible. That should have been the first indication that she was going to win, because that was like they spent like 30% of the budget on that thing. It looked like.
By the way, she was accompanied by 3 Centurions, and they were played by from NXT Tino Sabatelli, Riddick Moss, and Dan Matha.
Matha is that guy? He's been supposed to wrestle for the past 2 or 3 years.
Dan Matha was the guy who about a year ago they spent a month where every night on NXT they'd play a video about Dan Matha is coming. And then in his debut, he walked out and then Samoa Joe interrupted and just beat the hell out of him.
Beat him up.
And we haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I know he wrestles. I know he wrestles on their house show circuit.
Yeah.
So I think that they're just working on him. He's one of those guys that they want to be big, but I think he doesn't have he's not there yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have the experience yet.
Real quick questions. Thetchy asked, is Balor still grouping up with the Good Brothers? I believe so. He hasn't for the past couple of shows in particular, but I think that that's still kind of in the background there.
Yeah, it's basically like whenever they need an extra partner, whenever he needs some backup, they're the ones who always show up.
So it was NXT guys? Yes, exactly, Ben.
Yes.
It always is. But, if we look back to Triple H's entrance a couple years ago where the same thing happened in reverse.
That's right. Charlotte was one of them.
Charlotte and Alexa were both...
Actually, it was Charlotte, Alexa, and Sasha.
All 3 of them. So 3 of the biggest stars in the women's division started out walking Triple H to the ring. So... they must have some big sights on Moss, Sabatelli, and Matha, even though I don't understand why.
I guess they just were like, who are some people with good bodies?
That's true. Tino Sabatelli arguably has the greatest body of anyone.
He does have, like, negative body fat.
It's insane. It's kind of horrifying.
Next match was
great match.
Fatal 4-Way for the U.S. title. Randy Orton defending against Rusev, Bobby Roode, and Jinder Mahal. It was an okay match. Yeah, it was
It was,
not really much to talk about.
On this weekend, it was a match that you could blink and miss and kind of forget. The outcome, Jinder winning, is...
I don't care about Jinder. I do not care. Especially pinning Rusev, who is so popular right now.
That was Vince saying, "How dare you get yourself over?" That's what that was.
It did kind of feel like that.
But yeah, I think that I will say this. A lot of people pointed this out on Twitter, and I agree. Having heel Jinder win that match, I just realized all my music has stopped. Having heel Jinder win when everyone wanted Rusev to win, or Bobby Roode to win, or not Randall Orton.
Really?
No one wanted Randall Orton to win. But, that gives him solid heel heat. And that's what you want on a heel.
I guess. Yeah. I just don't care.
Yeah. Let's put it this way.
I could not care less.
It's like reverse Roman, but it works really well because we're angry at Jinder when he wins a title like this because we don't feel like he should, and so we boo him. But that's the response that they do want. And so when he comes out tonight on SmackDown and gets booed, they did their job.
I guess. We'll see what happens. I just can't see myself ever getting emotionally invested enough to make any kind of noise for Jinder.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So yeah,
next one.
Not much to talk about there. Lots to talk about here, though. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Kurt Angle and the debuting Ronda Rousey.
I have got to say, man, before we go into any of the specifics, I was skeptical of Ronda, like I think many people were, because she's coming from a different environment. Sometimes it doesn't translate well. I am 1,000% on board with Ronda Rousey. She's incredible.
She's great.
That match, if you had told me that a debut against Stephanie McMahon was going to be the thing that skyrockets Ronda Rousey, I would say, that's insane. You're burying her. What are you doing? Nope.
It worked. The only nitpick about the match, which I guess is more suspension of disbelief, but Stephanie McMahon blocking the armbar numerous times.
Yeah. No, that's...
a little absurd, but again, you kind of do have to do that to tell the story of when she finally locked it in.
Yeah. Well, and I think the thing is like, if you watched UFC or something like that, I'm sure that Ronda would have smashed her in the face until she got the armbar, but it's like you can't do that in wrestling.
But
so,
Kurt Angle is, he's been going a long time. He's slowed down, but he's still good at being Kurt Angle.
Yep.
Triple H, still great at being Triple H. And Rousey, for someone in their first match, even if they, meticulously planned it very well, she looked great in there.
There are a couple of things that she did that I like. That one, little Ronda things. Where it's this is her personality coming through.
Yeah.
And, this is on her. This is not on her training. This is on her. Where there's a moment where she does this clothesline to Stephanie, rolls through it, and then comes off the other rope, puts her arms up, and you can even see her mouth something at Stephanie, get over
she was
here.
Trash talking the whole time.
Trash talking the whole time, and it's because that's what you do in MMA is you trash talk while you're beating people up, I guess. But that works so well in wrestling.
A couple of quick comments.
Yes.
Malefic Blaze says this was the match of the night, and I find it very.
It's up there.
Bad. It probably was.
It's up there.
And Allie says you can say that Stephanie specifically trained to defend that, so you had no problem. The armbar, which that makes sense.
You could say that. I mean, you could put that into the storyline and say she was training for it, and it was, and like you said, it was a small nitpick. It was. It's literally
it's the only thing that I can kind of be about the match, and even that is it's minor. It does not take away. This match was the perfect debut for Rousey. Really looking forward to seeing how she does in one-on-one matches.
Yeah.
This was great. Absolutely great.
I am 100% on board with next year Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte, Ronda versus Sasha, Ronda versus Asuka.
Well, the rumor, this is just a rumor, is that they're thinking about having Charlotte versus Rousey be the first ever women's WrestleMania main event.
I'm 100. I think that should happen.
I love that.
And it should happen next Mania. Could you imagine WrestleMania 35? Because let's be real here for a second. We already talked about Asuka and Charlotte being a contender for Match of the Night. We're talking about Ronda's debut being contender for Match of the Night. Last year's Mania, the Women's Championship match was probably the Match of the Night or very close to it. Put the women in the main event, man, because every time I watch those matches, I am on the edge of my freaking seat.
Absolutely.
So I think that'd be great. Legit. That would be Rousey versus Charlotte. That's marquee stuff right there, too.
Oh, yeah.
So,
they can sell the hell out of that match.
Yeah. So, wonderful match. If you can watch just one match from this pay-per-view, even though there are several other contenders up here for being incredible, this match, the Ronda match versus Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Stephanie, is just such an incredible encapsulation of wrestling, you know?
Absolutely.
Chip Girl just asked, is there any fear she may injure someone? I don't think so. I think she's a professional.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, she's a professional, and she's going to be doing a training on the job, and presumably for a while they're going to be putting her in there with people well above her experience so they can sort of guide her.
And the other part, most of the other MMA people who come to WWE don't seem to injure people. They actually seem very, they're really good at selling, and they will throw real fists. Right? They'll basically talk to the person ahead of time. They'll be like, all right, we're going to hit each other for real, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to look real stiff. But when it comes to actual damage and whatnot, I think UFC fighters are actually more talented at knowing where is the point at which you can't go, because they know it's like, oh yeah, if you've broken people's arms before, you know how far to go before you're going to break someone's arm.
Yeah.
That said, Brock Lesnar beats the crap out of people all the time, but that's because he has a bad temper and he's a bad person.
We will talk about Lesnar later. Next up was a match where there's nothing to talk about. The Bludgeon Brothers beat the Usos and the New Day to win the SmackDown tag titles. 6 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I looked down at Twitter and I looked up and the Bludgeon Brothers were champions and I was like, okay.
Yeah, there was nothing to talk about. It was a short match for the Usos, always wanting a actual match on the main card of WrestleMania. They probably deserved a little better than this.
Yeah. No, they were the what do you call it? They were the pee break match. They were the match that no one's
They were the cool
remember.
down.
Yeah.
But it was, for what it was, fine.
Fine.
Harper and Rowan are champs. Looking forward to seeing where they go with that. There was literally nothing else to talk about in that match.
Yeah. Good on Usos for being there.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't been following wrestling, the storyline they had been pushing on TV is that John Cena didn't have a match at WrestleMania. And so he had been calling out The Undertaker for weeks, trying to get him to show up and wrestle. Mm-hmm. And Undertaker never responded. So John Cena had been in the crowd tonight as a fan. About 2 matches into the show, a referee runs out and says to Cena, he's here. Mm-hmm. So Cena rushes to the back. Well, now Cena comes back out, ready for his match.
And let's just take a moment to talk about that build-up, because this is one of those situations where, as a wrestling fan, in the back of your mind, you know things to be true, and yet you still, there's always that little moment, that little, piece of disbelief. Maybe Taker won't show up. Maybe it won't happen, right? But for weeks, every Raw, Cena has spent, 10 minutes on the mic just chewing out Undertaker for not showing up and just, running him through. So you know it's going to happen. But still, the masterful way in which they dealt with this at Mania was
great.
Gorgeous.
So Cena's in the ring waiting. All the lights go out. Everyone cheers. And out comes Elias. Mm-hmm. Elias, the greatest man on the planet. I love Elias. He is so entertaining. He is so funny. He is so great at being a heel. He comes out. He tells Cena, go back to your seat because it's time for my WrestleMania concert. He starts making fun of Cena, so Cena goes in and beats him up. But as Cena is leaving, all the lights go out again. Spotlight comes down in the ring showing Taker's attire that he had left in the ring last year, his hat and jacket.
Yep.
Lightning strikes it. It's gone. And then out comes The Undertaker. And everything is awesome.
Man. So good. So good.
So good.
So, I'm going to do something real quick. It was an incredible moment. And the thing is, so Taker comes out, and, they do all this pageantry, all this build-up, right? And Cena sells. He sells the fear.
Oh, God.
The look on Cena's face. Say what you want about John Cena. A lot of people hate him. I think it's ridiculous. He's incredible. But he sells that, Undertaker fear. He's back in the ring. He's, backing away and stuff. Taker slowly comes down to the ring. and squashes John Cena. Just crushes him.
It was. Here's the thing: the match was less than 3 minutes. It was just Undertaker beating up John Cena, and after the match, like about 24 hours later, I'm sitting there like, 24 hours later, I guess I'm thinking, oh, that was it. After all that buildup, it was a 3-minute match, but at the time, I'm like, God, that was fun.
Exactly, and like that's the only way that works is like. Because of all of the buildup and because of that whole sequence with Elias and, with, the entrance and like the lightning and all that kind of stuff, by them building to that so well, it was totally worth it. And it totally makes sense why they didn't officially announce this match ahead of time. Because you don't sell people on a 3-minute match unless it's a Goldberg match.
Well, I mean, that was a little different in a good way.
Yes, in a good way. That was a surprise. Reach for the stirs! Indeed, Dwarf Furious, indeed. Stardust is one of my favorite wrestlers.
Next up, we had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Shane McMahon and the returning Daniel Bryan.
So, before we get into this, I just want to say,
go ahead.
Daniel Bryan is a guy who I was not watching wrestling during like his entire career. And then when I started getting back into wrestling was when he won the IC belt for the last time and then had to like relinquish it immediately because he had to retire. So I wasn't fully aware of how incredible Daniel Bryan was.
I followed Daniel Bryan from when he was on the Indies all the way to winning the belt. Mm-hmm. I was there in Ring of Honor when he was having matches like against in front of a couple hundred people.
No, that's a different person. That's Bryan Danielson. That's a completely different human being.
I was, hypothetically is what I'm saying.
Yes.
And I was also there in the arena when he retired, and everyone was crying, and it was so sad. So this match, I have a couple things to say about it. In terms of being just an actual wrestling match, fine. Mm-hmm. Not much to talk about. It was just a tag match. Bad guys got the heat. Good guys made that comeback and won. Mm-hmm. Shane McMahon has the worst strikes in wrestling history.
Always has. At least this time he could blame it on diverticulitis.
Yeah. So in terms of being a match, nothing to write home about. In terms of being able to see Daniel Bryan wrestle again, greatest match ever.
So good.
Number one.
So good.
Just so happy to see him back. That said, I heard from some people in the arena that this match is what started killing the crowd.
Really?
Because they were so eager for Daniel Bryan, and before he even gets in the ring, they run the injury.
Yeah, the injury angle. You cut out again.
Oh, yeah, they ran the injury angle. And when they did that, a lot of people in the crowd were just like, oh, it's almost like they pushed the build just over the edge there to where it started going downhill.
Interesting. I can see that, but also, I mean, once the show starts getting at this point we're past the 3-hour mark, right?
That's without the pre-show.
Yeah, no, we're at like the 4-hour mark, 5-hour mark. That's
so
insane.
People were getting burnt out.
Yep.
But Bryan can wrestle again, so everything's great.
And personally, from someone watching it from at home, I thought that having Bryan not in the match for the first, couple minutes with, Shane basically taking a beating, and then Bryan gets in. That was a ton of fun. Because you're just waiting for it the whole time, and then he just laid them out. It was wonderful. I loved it.
And I guess it was just a little too much for the live crowd.
I could see that. Well, but, I personally loved that match. I thought Daniel Bryan's return was awesome. Again, saying this as someone who never really saw him before, I get it. I get the hype, and I'm looking forward to it. All right.
Next up, Alexa Bliss defending the Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax. And I'd say this is the first match where you could really start to tell the crowd was getting burnt out.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I didn't love this feud. For reasons of storytelling. I thought that the feud itself was based on something that is just kind of like, you don't need to do the whole body shaming thing in order to get over a thing. Yeah. I guess
that at least, and the plus is that at least, the good guy won and the bad guy
Yes.
So I get why they did it, but I can understand why people really didn't like it. Mm-hmm. But the match itself was fine.
It was great. I mean, Nia's fantastic. Alexa is good at, She's got a limited skill set when it comes to her moves, but she does have a couple good spots, and she's really great at the charisma side, at the storytelling side.
She's great at being a heel. She is so great at being a heel.
Yeah.
And Nia Jax is great at being a face, as it turns out.
I'm so glad she's a face now, and she is she is the face of the Raw Women's Division, and her last night on Raw, being face Nia and bringing out Ember and everything like that, you could tell, like, she is a natural.
People were going nuts for Ember, too.
Yes. Oh, yeah, which is, woo-wee! We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Nia wins with a middle rope Samoan drop. Good match.
Yeah.
Crowd was starting to burn out.
Yeah. When do we think Carmella will cash in? If it doesn't happen tonight, I don't know when it's going to happen, honestly, because she's running out of time.
I could honestly see her never cashing in. I think that'd be kind of funny.
But, like, if that happens, you lose it, right?
Yeah. And I could see her being, like, so panicked that she always tries to cash in and it never works, that she eventually just doesn't cash in. I actually thought she was going to cash in and pin Asuka during the women's match early in the show.
Mm-hmm. No, so did I. I didn't think she was going to pin Asuka. I thought she would pin Charlotte. And so it would sort of maintain the streak, right? They could carry that forward.
I thought they'd use all of that to, like, make Carmella the biggest heel in the company.
Ooh, man, it would.
Like, I ran in, and in one match, I beat Charlotte and ended the streak.
But you know what? Smarks would hate WWE for that, but Smarks are totally cool with Charlotte winning over Asuka in, like, a knockdown, drag-out match. So they made the right choice. They made the right choice there. But yeah, no, I was the same. I totally thought she was going to cash in and take that belt.
Next up, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
We're going to call this Styles versus Nakamura WWE 1 because this is clearly not over.
Yeah.
And this was underwhelming overall for what we know they can do.
It was a very good match. In a vacuum, it was a very good match. Mm-hmm. Given what we know they can do and given the hype, it did fall below expectations. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, they're still going somewhere with this because after the match, Nakamura, heel turned.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, that is the only thing that saved that match for me because, like, I'll say this. Throughout the match, however long it was, 12 or 15 minutes, I think, I was loving it. And then it just ended, Yeah,
it felt like, to me, just when they were starting to kick into the next gear, it ended.
Yeah.
Razor Gem says the Wrestle Kingdom match was better, and I agree.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why people who, are smarky like us, we watched that match and we're like, it was all right. Like, if this was between any other wrestlers on the roster, we would be like, yeah, that was a good match. Yeah. But it was between Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles, who we know to be two of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and especially two of the best wrestlers wrestling right now. And
I'd argue AJ Styles is the literal best wrestler.
That is. I might not fully agree, but I think it's inarguable that he's definitely.
There's a couple people I think the argument could be. Number one being Titus O'Neil, of course.
Absolutely. I'm a Ricochet guy, but I love them high flyers.
Ricochet's great.
So overall, all right outing, but would have loved to have seen more. But we will. So maybe they'll kick some butt at Backlash or something.
Definitely curious about what happens tonight.
And I like the concept of a heel Nakamura. I think he could be pretty fantastic as a heel.
I think that might do wonders.
Yes. All right. Let's talk about the next match, man.
Oh, my God. I don't even know where to begin. The Bar of Cesaro and Sheamus versus Braun Strowman and a mystery partner. First off, Cesaro and Sheamus come out on a Mardi Gras float. Mm-hmm. And then when Braun comes out, he destroys the float as people in costumes run away. And I love Braun Strowman because he's basically a Looney Tunes character at this point.
Yeah.
And he makes it work. Cyclops says Ricochet is Prince Puma, correct?
Yes. Also, I will say Razor Gem just said two of the best. Where's Okada and Kenny? Those are two of the best as well. I'm definitely a Kenny Omega guy. And Okada, 5-star machine, 6-star machine. That guy is insane.
So Braun Strowman had been hyping up his tag partner. And as it turns out, he said, I'm going to pick a wrestler from the crowd. So
it's one of you, or you, or you.
So good.
Goes looking. I can report someone in the crowd said that Hiroshi Tanahashi was there and did in fact raise his hand.
No, really?
Yeah.
That's incredible. I had heard people say, like, he just walked by the roster of X place or of Y place. Apparently there were a lot of wrestlers that he walked by.
Like, the section where all the NXT guys were hanging out.
Oh, did he?
So, like, if you look, you can see him walk by No Way Jose.
That's awesome.
And I was like, wait, are they going to do No Way Jose? But he ends up picking Nicholas, who's a 10-year-old who... He's obviously a plant. He's the son of the referee for this match.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, he's the son of referee John.
Oh, that's
Doe.
cute. That's cute.
But he picks Nicholas and says, "You're my tag partner." Nicholas is immediately the most over person on the planet.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And they have a short match, pretty much just a cool down before the main event, which, in retrospect, not the best idea.
No.
Oh, we will talk about that.
Yeah.
And Braun Strowman eventually tags in Nicholas. Nicholas gets in the ring, immediately tags out.
What I love is Nicholas put his hand out, like he wanted to be tagged in. He gets in, and then he sees Cesaro, and Cesaro's like mean mugging him, and then Nicholas kind of shirks backwards and then tags Braun back in.
And then Braun pins Cesaro, so Braun and Nicholas win the tag title.
And let's just go ahead.
Absurd and ridiculous, and I loved it.
And let's just go ahead and let's cut to really quickly what happened on Raw last night, because this little segment I thought was the perfect way to take that angle and then just move on beyond it. But for Braun to come in and be like,
"We've got to relinquish these titles. Nicholas has a scheduling conflict. He's still in the 4th grade. But when he's done with school, we're coming back for those titles."
I lost it.
And I laughed and I laughed. It was so good. And
so
it's just
perfect.
leading to a new tournament for the tag titles. But either way, it was absurd, and I do get why some people wouldn't like it. But I loved it. It's such... Wrestling will always have a spot for wacky stuff like that.
You gotta remember, wrestling comes from old school circuses. They're all they do the silly stuff that people get entertained by. And so for that Nicholas angle to just be a little bit of fun towards the end of Mania, man, I mean, I wish the show had ended there. Honestly.
Yeah. But much
unfortunately,
to the anger of the world, it didn't, because we had the main event of WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Champion. I'm just going to cut to the chase. Not a single person in the arena gave a crap about this match.
It was awful.
The match itself, I've seen... Well, let me start at the beginning. The crowd, they chanted for CM Punk. They chanted for Nicholas. They chanted, "This is awful.
This is boring."
This is boring.
Yeah.
They chanted boring. It was a very...
It was a toxic crowd. It was an angry crowd because no one wants to see Lesnar versus Roman again as a headline.
It was a toxic crowd I understand why they were toxic. So let's take the crowd out of this and just talk about the match in a vacuum.
Sure.
It was every single Brock Lesnar match for the past 3 years.
Yeah. And the thing is for me, I've never been a Brock fan. Again, I wasn't watching wrestling when he was first coming up, where I'm sure he was a little bit more impressive. But the only Brock I've ever seen is this Brock, who shows up, he F5s you, he suplexes you, he F5s you, he suplexes you. He does this back and forth for about 5 to 10 minutes, and you're dead. You're a dead human being.
Now, sometimes it works. His match with AJ Styles, for example, was incredible because, again, AJ Styles is amazing.
Yes.
And a couple of years ago, Reigns and Lesnar had this match, and it was great because it really felt, at that time, Lesnar was sort of new to doing this style, so it was still fresh and cool.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed since then. The formula has remained the same. The number of kickouts from the F5 or the amount of offense Roman Reigns gets in may have been different, but it was the same as ever.
Yeah.
And there was nothing to really like about this match.
And I think that WWE expected the specter of Brock going to UFC again to make him the heel for sure, in which case, that means they're going to actually cheer for Roman. But it turns out, no, they just booed both of them because the audience still is not on board with Roman.
Fetchy, don't you worry. I have a whole lot of things to say about that subject in a few minutes.
Why does he get another title shot at the Greatest Royal Rumble? We'll talk
about this. But it was just a very boring match.
Yeah.
Nothing to write home about.
And on a
Crowd
show,
did not care.
On a show with so many great matches, and on a weekend with so many incredible matches, to have that be kind of the crowning moment of the show, if you should have swapped that with Asuka versus Charlotte.
At the 7-hour mark of this show.
Yeah. Because, man. Hey, Cagley. Welcome to Wrestling Stream. We're on the front page. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, like, I love listening to this, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's all
right.
Wrestling.
But after all that, I was still like, okay, Roman Reigns is going to win. You know, I do like Roman Reigns. I think his booking is really bad, but as a wrestler, I think he's a really great wrestler. He's gotten better on the mic, and I think there's a lot of positives now. So at least having a Universal Champion who's actually here will be cool.
Yes.
And then Brock just pins him and wins.
Yeah. And I think the thing is like, he like, I don't even really know. Like, Roman is a guy who I think that if they had kept him in the lower card, in the lower and mid card for a year or two, none of this would be happening. But they strapped a rocket to him when they had yet to strap a rocket to Seth, and everyone loves Seth. So I think that because Roman was the guy put forward, hey, thank you for that resub, Cagley, 18 months in a row. Mwah.
Resub hype.
So you have Seth, who everyone wants to see with all the titles, and then they push Roman forward. That's where it started. And the fact that it's been the same for years, even though Seth has now risen to all of those things. He's a Grand Slam champion. He's held all the belts. I think that it's just like that imbalance needs to be dealt with. And so it's like you've got to get Roman to get himself over. You can't keep pushing him into the main event.
Exactly.
But I do think that if they let him fight Brock at Greatest Royal Rumble and he wins, which I doubt, but if he does, then you could, have him have a couple of fun feuds with some guys like Seth, with Balor, with AJ or somebody, and that would put him over.
So overall, WrestleMania was really good until about the 3/4 mark, at which point it stopped being really good.
Yeah.
Overall, it was a good show. It was a good WrestleMania, a really good WrestleMania. It had some pretty amazing moments, but the kind of ending that's so bad, you're left thinking, wow, that show sucked, when it didn't.
Yeah. It's like you just had the best meal of your life. Like, it was incredible. Like, what, just every little piece, so good. And then, like, your dessert was, like, just like warm water. Like, just like, okay, I guess that's all right. It just sort of ruins a little bit of it.
Right there would be the end, but then less than 12 hours later, WWE announces that at an upcoming show called The Greatest Royal Rumble, Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia is giving them basically just a dump truck full of money.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns just gets a rematch for the title in a cage.
I mean, it could be fun. I feel like...
maybe. I'm so over Brock Lesnar.
Same. And my thing is, like, I do think that Brock is the kind of guy who, when he's motivated, when he's interested, he fights well sometimes, but when he's not, he is the most boring dude there is, because he doesn't want to be there, and I don't want him to be there either. Really quick, Razor Jam asked, was the blood in the Roman versus Brock match too much? I feel like it was okay, but I think he got split open more than he should have. He was bleeding too much, so I was concerned for him. But knowing that it really wasn't that bad, it was fine. It is what it is. I was just more worried for Roman's safety than anything else, To
be honest, I couldn't name a single spot from the match because I was so checked out.
Yeah.
Someone in chat earlier, I do apologize for not catching who this was, said, I can't imagine what it would be like to be in the arena for that long. Mm-hmm. I have a friend who went to WrestleMania this year, and right after Styles Nakamura, he texted me that he was exhausted.
I bet.
Absolutely exhausted.
I bet. That's what I've heard.
They had planned on going out drinking right after the show, but afterwards they're all like, let's just go home and go to sleep. Bed. Let's just go back to the hotel and sleep.
Doom to All says, I don't think Brock re-signed for that long, since they didn't say for how long like they did last time they signed him. Yeah, I think that, honestly, likely what's happening is I think Brock is still on that suspension at the UFC for his wellness violation for another couple of months. So I bet they extended his contract to a very small amount, like 3 months or 4 months, until that runs out, and then he'll be back in the UFC.
Now, there also is a rumor going around.
Okay.
Nothing confirmed. It's a kind of rumor where, again, nothing is confirmed, but it would explain a lot. And the rumor is that going into the match last night, Reigns was supposed to win.
Oh, no.
But they changed it halfway through. Vince called an audible because he was like, this crowd isn't reacting well. Let's do the title change in Saudi Arabia instead, where maybe they'll react better. Again, total rumor, no confirmation anywhere. Take it with a mound of salt the size of El Santo's legacy. But it would explain a whole lot about that.
It would. Oh, is that true,
we'll
Ugly
see.
Juggler? I guess I was wrong. He said his UFC suspension is frozen until he is back in UFC. After he re-signs, it's still 6 months before he can fight. Okay, I didn't know. Thank you for illuminating that.
Thank you.
But yeah, if that's the case, regardless of whether or not it is true, I could see that being a thing.
I also wish they would. Again, we could sort of touch on Raw last night.
Yeah, let's go ahead. We still got 30 minutes.
Sure.
We can go ahead and move into Raw, unless there's something specific you
Sure.
still want to talk about with
No,
this
I think we
match.
covered everything about WrestleMania.
Overall, Mania weekend, TakeOver was fantastic. WrestleMania was
Amazing.
mostly fantastic, and one of the better WrestleManias for the past several years. Like, to be real,
Yeah.
I've watched the past 4 or 5 live, and this was one of the better ones. I mean, like, most of the matches on this card were worth watching. It's just it's the way it was structured is it's just like all the bad ones were towards the end.
a lot of baffling decisions.
Yeah. But anyway, let's talk Raw. Let's talk what
Let's talk
happened
Raw. Let me
last
load up
night.
Raw. Raw opens up with Stephanie doing a great job being a heel.
She's so good at being the worst.
She comes out, says that she and Rousey are now friends. So let's do this. Let's be friends. Calls out Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey just comes out and breaks her arm more. And then leaves. And
first Rousey gives her a nice hug, and it's like
Oh,
smiling
yeah.
and all this. And I gotta say, Rousey has a wonderful smile and an incredibly intimidating, angry face. So she goes
she's
from this
so
big
good at jumping between them.
So she goes from this huge grin, just like, oh, I'm so happy, this is so great. And she's like holding Steph's hand, and then mean mug.
Yeah.
And then just throws her to the ground, pulls off her brace, and then just gets her back in the armbar, and it was like so wonderful. I think that I can't say anything better about Ronda Rousey. Like, she is just so incredible.
She's been awesome so far, and a lot of people were really
so excited.
And I'll admit, like you said, I was super skeptical about like how she would do, but she's been doing great so far.
Yeah. All right, a couple of questions. Razor Gem asked, what was better, Wrestle Kingdom 12 or WrestleMania 34? I mean, Wrestle Kingdom,
actually
probably.
have not watched all of Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom was a lot of fun. Wrestle Kingdom was always a lot of fun.
I need to get around to that.
It's really good. It's a really great show.
Yeah.
Because that was Jericho versus Omega, right? Yeah, that was a really fun show.
Mm-hmm.
In general, NJPW shows are more consistently good.
Yeah.
Every match
the
is going to be
trade-off
good
being
wrestling.
NJPW shows do tend to rely a lot on tag teams, 6-man, 8-man.
Yeah,
tags.
and then also just like storytelling in NJPW is different, and I kind of prefer
yeah.
the WWE style.
I do too, although I do love New Japan.
New Japan's great.
I prefer WWE's style a little better.
Yeah. Then also, Doom to All has said a couple times, apparently after the match, Brock threw the title at Vince and punched a wall.
There's some rumors that they had an argument backstage. Again, just rumors.
Yeah. I could 100% see Brock being like, I wanted to lose that match and leave, and then you made me win that match. Come on.
Yeah. And Ben asks, will we be up at 9 a.m. to watch the Greatest Royal Rumble? Maybe.
Probably. I probably will.
If not, I'll read about it and then watch it. But it's just, they are all hands on deck for this show.
Yeah.
It almost feels like they sacrificed a lot at WrestleMania to make that show bigger.
It might be, because whenever they're trying to get into a new market,
Yeah.
Um,
Going back to Raw, next up was Nia Jax, a mystery partner, versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. Nia is incredibly over as a face now.
She's so good as a face. I think, and that's the thing about this angle that I think almost saves it, is I do think that this angle helped get her from heel to face like that in such a genuine way, because we all are like on Naya's side. Like, what are you talking about, Alexa? That's ridiculous.
Do you follow Naya on Twitter or anything?
I do.
She just comes across as the most genuinely cool person.
Yes.
Who is constantly joking, and like people in NXT described it like even when she was new, she was acting as like a mother figure to a lot of people there. So I just think being a face is really going to be good for her.
I think she's The Rock's cousin.
Yes.
So she comes from a family that's very steeped in wrestling, so I think that's a big part of it. She's been around it her whole life. And the other thing that I love is that she and Alexa are legit best friends in real life. They are the cutest best friends in the world, and so to see them in not only when they're on the same side, but also when they're feuding with one another, and to see regardless of how you felt about their match together, to know that two best friends are in a WrestleMania match together, fighting for a championship, like a high-profile match, that's awesome. That's so awesome.
One of my favorite things on Instagram ever is Alexa Bliss was hyping up. She goes, "I am going to debut my new entrance." Instagram, and the video is just like a shot of some random place backstage, and then very slowly Nia Jax with Alexa riding on her shoulders rides by in a tricycle, and that's it. And they don't
awesome.
talk. They don't even look at the camera.
Yeah, they just ride by. That's so great.
But either way, Nia Jax introduces her partner, which is the debuting Ember Moon.
Oh, my favorite.
Ember Moon is super popular. She had a great performance here. Hit the Eclipse. Everyone loved it. Yep. Not really surprising they called up Ember Moon.
Nope.
Because I would say Ember Moon's weakest part of her just overall game is that she's still kind of shaky on promos and whatnot.
Yes.
She's always had some issues with that. But in the ring, she is maybe the best on the company.
Incredible. And like that's the thing. Is like for me, I think that the charisma work, I feel like that's something that you can improve on and train, and when you're that good in the ring, it makes up for that.
Well, she also has great in-ring charisma. It's just the promos that she has to work on.
Yes,
but
and that's where they need some consistent writing with her. They need to work with her on like what's going to be good for her angles. I think they need to like step away from the whole like mystical stuff with her, because it's just very confusing. And then
I feel like they've been pushing it less that way, because like last night when they came out, Corey Graves described her as the War Princess of NXT. And I'm like, that's a cool nickname right there.
Yeah. And so I said this earlier, I'll say it again. I love Ember. She's probably my favorite women's wrestler right now.
She's near the top for me, but I think Asuka is still number one.
Asuka's incredible. I think, but there's just something about Ember that I love.
Yeah.
That match was great. Fantastic debut.
Was great.
What happened next? Let's see.
Next up, was No Way Jose's debut.
All right, I totally forgot that happened.
Interesting choice to call up, but some people have said this before, and I agree. No Way Jose is the world's most perfect opening act character.
Absolutely.
He's like too cool. He's not going to be a main event star, but he has a ton of charisma and is great at getting the crowd fired up. So I think he'll probably settle into a pretty solid mid-card role on Raw, but I'm glad to see him here. He's at both NXT house shows I went to, he was the opener, and he got the crowd super excited.
Okay, I was going to ask if you had seen him, because when I went to the very first NXT Portland that they did, was also the first day that they did the No Way Jose Day. Like they said, it's No Way Day, because it was like right around when he was debuting. And so like they had this huge Twitter campaign where like everybody's like, it's No Way Day. And so it's like all the other wrestlers were doing all this No Way Jose stuff. And it was one of those things where you kind of go like, I don't even really know who this guy is. What's going on? He comes out and he gets the crowd so hyped. Hyped.
He is, like I said, he's the perfect opening act wrestler. He is so great at getting everyone excited. And wrestling has room for people.
100%. And so I fully agree. He's never, I won't say never, but he's not likely to get up into any of the main cards. He may touch the U.S. title or the IC title at some point, or at least fight some people for it. But he will stick around for years just as that guy who's just a whole ton of fun, who just gets the dances around the arena and gets everybody hyped, and everybody's going to be like, no way, Jose. It's going to be all like that.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's good.
That was cool. Next up,
Oh, and he squashed his opponent in like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah,
He was a jobber.
like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Next up, Revival beat Gallows and Anderson to qualify for a match next week. Winner of that match faces the Bar at Greatest Royal Rumble for the tag titles.
Yes.
I just want them to do more with the Revival. They
absolutely.
are way too good to be not doing anything.
I swear, Vince has a like bury you policy for someone from NXT who gets called up and gets injured, because he seemed hell-bent on trying to bury Balor, but he couldn't, and I swear he's hell-bent on burying the Revival, because they came out strong, and then when they got injured, now they're treating them like just
I
like
do
nothing.
think the Revival got really sidetracked because they were gone for so long,
Yes.
you know? But I do think it probably wouldn't take long to build them back up just because they're so great.
Here's what I hope. I hope they get a really good match against AOP, because we've seen them fight AOP before,
Oh, God,
and they could do
yeah.
great stuff with AOP. They've worked together, so I think that would be with AOP. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and bring this one up. AOP also debuted, and so I think with both of them coming through, that would be wonderful. We just got a new sub. Or Prime sub, resub, Silent Warlock cosplay. Oh, it's that time already. Hope you're doing well. 7 months in a row. Thank you so much. Drop them bears, everybody. FTRR. Exactly, Razor Gem. Exactly. Forever the Revival.
Yes. So yeah, Revival won a match, so that's always good.
Always good.
Next up, we had a long Intercontinental title segment just to set up the main event.
Yep.
Not a whole lot to talk about directly, so just a quick recap of it. Rollins came out, talked about how he's a Grand Slam champion. He's, proud to hold the belt. Finn Balor came out and said, hey, I'm happy for you, but you pinned Miz. I want my shot.
Yep.
Rollins said, I'm okay with that. Miz came out. Miz talked about how
It's
losing
my
the
match! It's my
Yeah.
rematch!
Miz also said that losing the Intercontinental title made him, his wife, and their newborn daughter.
And his newborn baby cry.
I love the Miz so much.
He's so good. He understands what being a heel is, and he embraces it. Razor Gem
And-
in chat says, Miz got kids! Miz got kids! Miz got kids! That was so
Miz
good.
got kid.
He got kid. He's got one kid.
And Miz challenged him to a 2-on-3 match, but of all people, Jeff Hardy returned.
I'm cool with
I
it.
was sure they were
Yeah.
going to put him with Matt, but I'm okay with this. He
Yeah.
returned, got a huge pop to set up a match for later, and yeah, I honestly think, now that I think about it, having Jeff do his own thing while also being potential backup to Matt is a good idea. I like
Yeah,
that.
and so Bray kind of fulfilling more of that role of being Matt's tag partner, I think is great. I think they could get the belts together. I think that would be a lot of fun. And then Jeff, from everything I understand, Brother Nero, I knew you'd come,
Yeah.
says Stetchy. I think that Vince, what I've heard backstage, Vince loves Jeff Hardy. Like, Vince is 100%
There's
a
a
Jeff
reason
Hardy
to.
guy. He's great. And so I think
Yeah.
that Vince wants to put him in another singles title situation.
Yeah, that sounds great to me.
So this is a perfect kind of mix of the two. Matt's got his partner, and he can go do the Woken thing. And Jeff can be kind of half Woken, so when he's with Matt, he can do the obsolete and all that kind
the
of
Brother
stuff.
Nero thing.
Brother Nero!
What was was Jeff Hardy's alternate persona name? Hang on.
Itchweed?
Itchweed, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool.
The Ghost Cat loved the brotherly conversation. It was wonderful. I popped for that.
Oh
It was
god,
great.
that segment was so funny because
It was so good.
They have the whole Woken universe conversation, and then it pans over with Balor and Rollins just staring at them.
What was that?
And Balor goes, "What was that?" And Jeff goes, "I don't know," and walks off.
Yeah.
Next up,
man.
what happened next? Oh, here we go. Mandy Rose beat Sasha Banks, kind of a big upset, but
yeah.
I hear Mandy Rose is pretty good.
Well, and part of the build up into that was
Yes.
furthering the
Bayley.
Sasha Bailey feud. Bailey accidentally knocked out Sasha, which the ref saw. Which, in my opinion, I don't care if Bailey's on your side. If you just clocked somebody in a ring, that should be disqualification. But that's neither here nor there.
I think the ref missed it? Question mark. He may have not, but whatever.
He was like right there.
He, rule of referee.
I remember,
But
yeah,
either-
exactly. But I
either
remember
way,
seeing the knockout punch and out of the corner of my eye, seeing the ref step back into the ring from right there, and I was like, he was right there. He saw that.
I think he was a little out of position, but
Yeah.
Either way, it did lead to the point was, sadly, Paige has to retire right now.
Yep.
She has a very, dealing with some real neck injuries for a while. It's such a shame because she had just returned.
Yep.
Very nice speech. And of course, she talked about how, Daniel Bryan gave her hope and Ed showed her there's life after wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very sad because she had such a short career.
Yeah. But such a powerful thing. Like if she had been
yeah.
able to wrestle for the next 10 years, she would go down in history. I mean, she already might go down. She'll go into the Hall of Fame.
She was really like the first wrestler to start. They always talk about
the
the
women's revolution. Yeah.
It really did start with Paige.
Yep. Showing up night one, beating. Who did she beat for the title?
Well,
it wasn't Nikki, was it?
No, she beat AJ.
Oh, AJ, that's right.
But even before that, Paige in NXT.
Yes.
When it was like, wow, they're actually pushing some real, wrestlers, some real women's wrestlers. But yeah, it was sort of a very bittersweet moment because, crowd chanted, "This is your house," which was really cool.
It was very sweet, and it's been coming for months. We've known if you read all the wrestle sheets and all that stuff, she's been injured for a while, and it's we've all been dreading the day when she has to officially retire. I hope they get her in some kind of other capacity, like her being like the face of Absolution and managing essentially Mandy and Sonya. I think has been a smart move.
I like that. I have her be a manager.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
But the thing is, I worry is that like she won't be happy with that. Like I think that she being around the business for a while, like not being able to wrestle, I feel like it might be hard for her to handle.
I have a feeling they're going to go the Daniel Bryan route where she takes some time off to sort of, deal with everything and then comes back. And I think, again, hey, if Daniel Bryan got cleared, you never know. You never know.
And that's what she said. And, with like advances in science and whatnot, it's one of those things where it's like perhaps the type of injury that she has, maybe there will be something that can be done over the next couple of years. She's still very young. So she, a wrestler's shelf life really can last into their 50s or 60s, really. If you're The Undertaker. But even if she can, heal up over the next decade, she's still got 10 years left in her that she could wrestle hardcore.
So,
what's that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No. I'm just saying, there's still, we'll see how things go. But, it was very bittersweet. I'm hoping she still manages because I think
she would be very good in that position, yeah.
I just noticed we only have 15 minutes left, so
yes.
I think we'll probably just recap the important stuff on Raw.
Sure.
Let's see. Bobby Lashley returned.
We had a Bobby Lashley return, which was really cool. I popped for that.
That was cool.
AOP.
We had Kurt Angle telling Owens and Zayn that TNA is hiring.
That was great.
Yeah, Authors of Pain debuted, and it looks like they are broken up with Paul Ellering, which is sad but not surprising because he's openly talked about he does not like traveling anymore.
Yeah, and he's an older guy. I can totally understand him not wanting to travel.
I think he lives right near where they do NXT anyway, so either he's done or I could see him going back to NXT and managing there, but either way, it's a shame, but it's one I think we all saw coming.
Exactly. And so it was good for them to at least acknowledge it rather than AOP to debut without Ellering.
Exactly. Rizza Gem says, I'm guessing we didn't watch ROH Supercard. Yeah, I didn't.
Haven't had a chance yet. I'll probably try and catch it sometime this week when I've got time. I got to catch up on all the other stuff because I lost my whole weekend to wrestling.
You asked if we're going to get El Generico in the future. No, El Generico was shot and killed in an orphanage in Mexico.
I thought he died in an orphanage fire. I thought that was it.
One of them.
He died in an orphanage somewhere.
I forget what Sammy's story is this week. He did some weird stuff with Reigns where he's like, I don't know why I have another match, which I don't get that, but either way, Samoa Joe is back and he's now the #1 contender at Backlash. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think
Owens and Zayn fought.
Was because I remember them showing Joe on the promo for Greatest Royal Rumble.
He's in the IC title ladder match.
Yeah, he's in the IC title ladder match. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, because I remember seeing him and seeing Finn and then seeing IC title. I was like, okay. So that'll be a fun match. Joe can do a ladder match for sure, and Finn is incredible.
Owens and Zayn fought to a no contest, so I like the storyline that they're going to be fighting for their job.
Yeah.
A lot. I really, really want them to show up on 205 Live and Owens try to convince them that he's under 200.
That he's under 200. Yeah.
I don't
We
even
just
think
changed the
Zayn is
name
under
to
200
KO5 Live, okay?
Yeah. Oh my God, he has to say that.
Wouldn't that be great? KO5 Live.
Yeah.
All right, so
And I'm trying
overall,
to think if anything else important happened, but no, they just had
the
pretty standard main event, nothing amazing, but it was, fine.
6-man tag, fun all around. Finn and Seth and Jeff all did their finishers like 3 times.
Yeah, and it's just a great way to, send the crowd home happy at the end of the show.
Cheap pop.
Apparently, after the show, they basically said, "Listen, you guys were really good tonight, so we're having a beach ball party." They threw a bunch of beach balls around and just celebrated with fans after the. Which, if you're gonna be using the beach balls, after the show is the best time to do it.
Yeah, no, and that's funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So beyond that, we got like 10 minutes left. A little bit more. So let's talk about just some general stuff. So current favorite wrestlers. Who do you think are people that other people should be tuned into and watching?
Honestly, when you say who's your current favorite wrestler, the first name that pops into my head is Velveteen Dream.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
I'm in awe of how good this guy is. Who else? I love Shane Strickland, who you're going to see for the first time on Friday.
I'm excited.
He is great. God, who else lately?
Well, I'll say, so I'm stoked to see Ricochet on NXT. I've watched a ton of his indie stuff in preparation for it, and I've been watching it for years because he's always the gift guy. It's always Prince Puma who you're seeing going on. Adam Cole, I love for obvious reasons. That dude, baby, man.
Yeah.
Finn Balor, I'm a huge Finn Balor fan. Have been for years. I was wearing my Finn Balor shirt earlier. One of many. And then as far as women's wrestlers, Ember Moon is my number one. Who else right now? I'm excited to see what they do with Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. She's great.
But Bianca Belair is definitely someone to watch. And
oh my God, she's been wrestling for a year and she's getting 450 splashes and stuff. She's great.
Her and Montez Ford, who I believe they're either engaged or they're in a relationship together, something like that. Montez Ford of the Street Profits, also has not been wrestling for very long.
Apparently, they were both recruited by Mark Henry.
Were they? Well, he's got
Mark
some
Henry,
taste because they are both incredible.
Well, Mark Henry is also the guy who was like, we should repackage Neville as a heel. So
Mark knows the business.
Yeah, apparently Mark is just a genius now. I'm okay with that.
I bet he's always been a genius, and there's only now they're finally listening to him because Vince is slowly taking his hands away from WWE so he can focus on football. Go away. Have fun. Leave forever, Vince.
I cannot wait to not watch the XFL.
I know.
So yeah, they're definitely up there.
Who else?
As my favorites right now. The one Bear says Matt Riddle is going to do great things. He already is doing great things.
Yeah, and I think he could, if they can find a way to get him into WWE, he could be the future of that company. He's just unique in a way that I think WWE will attach to. He's got the MMA background. I think he's got a lot. He's got a lot. Beyond that stuff, any other things outside of WWE that you think people should be tuned into?
Just in general, wherever you are, look around and support your local indie companies because you never know. I went to an indie when I was in college in Iowa. I went to a tiny indie show there where some guy named Tyler Black wrestled. And Tyler Black is now Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
You really never know who is going to be an absolute megastar in wrestling.
Yeah. And the thing is, we're going to this Defy show. And the beautiful thing about indie companies is, for the most part, most wrestlers will travel around to each, all of the different regions, right? So we're going to an indie show on Friday. But Austin Aries is going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
He's huge.
Austin Aries, Brody King, who is
King?
He's a great wrestler, but the only way to describe his look is fat Aleister Black. What else is on the card? Hang on.
We've got Tommy Dreamer, I believe. Right?
Yeah, Tommy Dreamer versus Ravenous Randy Myers, who's a hilarious character. You're going to love him.
Obviously Swerve. We got Tom Lawler, I think, as well.
Yeah, a triple threat. Filthy Tom Lawler versus Mike Santiago. who's a local guy who's great, versus, oh God, who's the third person in that match? Hang on, I'm going to look this up.
So, for the most part, there's lots of awesome indie wrestling stuff. Look around your area to see if they've got any local shows going on, because, you know, they tend to try and get, for these indie promotions, 1 or 2 headliners who you've probably heard of on the independent circuit. Really great stuff. Obviously, the other thing I would say is, like, y'all out there, y'all are tuned into YouTube. If you want to see some wrestling stuff on YouTube, there is good old Being the Elite. You can learn all about the Bullet Club.
Where do you think you're going? Oh, the third person in that match is M-Dog Matt Cross.
Right, yes, yeah.
And,
Where do you think you're going?
It's just a harmless rib.
Yeah.
It's not harmless. It's not harmless. Beyond that, someone said Shotzi Blackheart. Shotzi's great. She's very good. And Ethan Page and Josh Alexander. I think I've heard of Ethan Page.
Ethan Page is a guy who I think he reminds you of Damien Sandow he's much better at playing a character.
Mm-hmm.
Cloudfire asks, how do you find indie shows? Just Google, local indie wrestling and where you are. Yeah,
and it depends on what, like, kind of, where you are. But, like, look for the nearest big metropolitan city and just, like, search for that plus wrestling, and you'll probably find some kind of indie company out there.
And worst case scenario is you'll go to an absolutely awful show, and then you'll be able to go online and say, oh my God, guys, first show, let me tell you about it.
Exactly. So yeah, we're going to be going to the Defy Vibes and Defy PDX, both of which I'm super excited for.
Oh man, you're going to love them.
It's going to be just knockdown, drag out. It's my first real indie show. I've been to both NXT shows that have come through Portland, and I plan on going to every NXT show I possibly can, because, like, NXT is just, like, that's my jam. That's my perfection right there. But all kinds of good old wrestling. Anything else you want to mention, Brian?
Wrestling-wise, no.
Okay.
Not
well,
really.
then, how about we just plug some stuff? Why don't you tell everybody what you do? Tell them about your YouTube channel and your Twitch channel and everything like that. The floor is yours.
Well, I stream here on Twitch over at The Brian J. Tonight, right after SmackDown, I'm actually going to be continuing a playthrough of Dark Cloud 2.
Nice.
Although that's not my usual game I play. I usually play a lot of roguelikes. I've been playing, like, RimWorld and stuff. But if you want some wrestling stuff, I am also the owner, booker, and general manager of Twitch Championship Wrestling, which will be returning tomorrow. It's basically, if you've seen something like Salty Bet, you basically bet on simulated wrestling matches, mostly between, characters the chat wants. It's all run in a game called Fire Pro Wrestling Returns for PlayStation 2. So, like, right now, our world champion is Master Chief, and our tag champions are the Row Bros of C-3PO and Claptrap.
Nice.
And it's all just, you can bet, in chat currency on it. So it's no actual money, of course.
It's a lot of fun. You go into Brian's stream, you'll earn Bo-Bucks for watching for a while and for betting on these things. And what'll happen is, he'll be playing a game, some other game, and he'll be like, all right, it's time for a Twitch Championship Wrestling match, but, blah, blah, blah. And he'll say, like, who's going? And then a little screen will pop up in the corner where you actually get to see the match happening. Yep. And after you've, bet on it, you can win some more Bo-Bucks that you can then use. You got perks, right? What are the perks?
Perks are like, redeem songs we played on stream, redeem to have me play a certain game on Tuesdays. I'm actually going to be adding a whole bunch of stuff, new perks to the stream very soon. And so 7 o'clock Pacific tonight, and then I usually stream 5:30 Pacific most other nights. And also, you can follow me on YouTube. I make a lot of sort of different shows. Yesterday, I uploaded an episode of a show called Dollar Store Gaming, where I review games on Steam that are $1 or less. And every other Wednesday, which includes tomorrow, I have Game Boy Roulette, where I have a randomizer that has every Game Boy game ever made, and I hit random, it picks a game, and I do a short review of it, including some live gameplay. So follow me on YouTube to sort of check those out.
Well, there you go. And for those of y'all who are on the front page who are not familiar with our channel but have been watching us talk about wrestling for a while, we don't really talk about wrestling too often on this channel. It's usually about playing games. We stream every day from noon to 4, other than on Saturdays, Pacific time. On Saturdays, we stream from 3 to 5. And we play a whole variety of games. There's 4 of us here. We mostly focus on multiplayer type games, but a whole variety of stuff. Depending on who's streaming, we play all kinds of content. Be sure to follow everybody down below. Here's all my stuff. Brian's got all his below him. Follow all these places. You'll see some stuff that you like.
And Nightbot just posted links to my stuff in chat. Yeah, definitely follow these guys if you're not following Stumped. I mean, just in the past week, I've seen you guys play at least 6 different games.
We play a lot.
Great. Yeah.
But yeah, with that, we're going to go ahead and we're probably going to say goodbye for the Wrestle stream. Thank you guys so much for being here and enjoying.
And thank you so much for having me so we could talk. I'd be more than happy if we, could do more wrestling podcasts at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
If people are enjoying it, of course.
Yeah, maybe next time there's a big pay-per-view or something like that, or who knows? At some point we'll do something like this again in the future. But this is a nice little test run of what this kind of a thing could be like.
Absolutely.
Hopefully y'all had fun, even those of y'all who are here like Dunk, who doesn't know anything about wrestling, but still stuck around just to enjoy the show. Lastly, I guess let's go ahead and let's raid somebody. And I just love the concept of the raid being of 2,000 people, but obviously that won't happen.
Oh my god.
But thanks so much for all y'all who did see us on the main page and decided to check us out. Oh, and if you're interested in wrestling stuff at all, the last thing I will say is that tonight on HBO, if you have HBO, is the premiere of the Andre the Giant documentary. I am stoked for it. Super stoked for it.
I cannot wait to watch it.
So, let's see.
He has a really amazing, also sad, but brilliant story.
Yeah, it's. I mean, even if you're not into wrestling, I'm sure you know who Andre the Giant was, and you are a fan of his in some way or another. With that, let's go ahead. We are going to raid girl streamers. They're playing some Cuphead. Hey, what was that? Blade King Kazma, 5 months resub. One last hooray! Thank you so much. Drop them bears, everybody. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's raid girl streamers, and y'all go give them some love. And watch some Cuphead, which is going to make you scream and shout and let it all out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Wait, let's try that again.
Uh-oh.
Slash. I think I spelled it wrong. I can spell. I promise I can spell.
Wasn't Andre the guy from Princess Bride? Yes.
Exactly. Yes. All right, so the raid should be starting about now. It doesn't show up on my screen, but I'm sure it's showing up on y'all's. Go ahead and join that. Go check them out. Once again, Brian, thank you so much for joining me to talk about
thank you so much for
wrestling.
having me, and I cannot wait to see you on Friday. And
Friday, man.
Jacket.
Defy. Do not steal my jacket. Don't do it. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Bye.